journey truly begins. Here, you'll find a haven for expressing ideas, discovering new horizons, and innovating in the exciting world of science and technology. ECETU is more than just a university. It's a gateway to the future. Our vision is clear: to lead science and technology in Southeast Asia by 2030. We are committed to excellence, continuously striving to meet global standards and exceed our students' expectations. At ECETU, we are united in our vision, mission, and goals. We cultivate strong, sustainable global relationships, fostering collaboration and creating opportunities through instruction, research, and extension programs. Our commitment extends beyond the campus borders through our extension and production activities. We actively work to improve the quality of life in our community. Our research initiatives drive the advancement of science and technology, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. In our nurturing environment, academic freedom is not just respected, it's celebrated. We provide the ideal setting for the optimum development of human potential, producing highly competent and eco-friendly graduates who are poised to become leaders in their chosen fields. With state-of-the-art facilities and a proud legacy of producing leaders and innovators, ECETU stands as a beacon of knowledge and progress in the heart of Iloilo. Be a change maker. This is ECETU.
Good afternoon once again. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome everyone to the ASEAN+3 Language and Culture Program, a celebration of cultural diversity, international friendship, and regional understanding among ASEAN member states and dialogue partner countries. Language is more than a means of communication. It reflects a people's history, traditions, values, and identity. Likewise, culture serves as a bridge that connects communities and strengthens cooperation among nations. Today's activity provides us with an opportunity to learn from one another through the sharing of languages, traditions, customs, and unique cultural identities that strengthen cooperation and mutual respect across nations. Without further ado, let us formally begin our program. To invoke the guidance and blessings of our Almighty God, may I invite everyone to join us in our opening prayer. This will immediately be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, the ECETU hymn, and the ASEAN 2026 official theme song, One Vision, One Ocean, all on record.
Let's bow our heads and place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Lord, we stand before you in humble prayer before we start this program. We realize that without your blessings, we would not be able to succeed with the plans we have for this activity. Bestow your grace and divine wisdom to all of us present here, so we could cooperate and enjoy camaraderie and love for the greater glory of your name. Bless also those we have left behind our homes. May you grant them peace and happiness as they go about their activities. Bless people around the globe that they may enjoy peace and the goodness of your love. We ask all these through your mighty name. Amen.
Sinamanan, alam ng puso, sa bibig mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, luyang ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka masisipin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simulan, sa langit mong bagaw, may diyan ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng nakakawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidinig, ang bituin at araw niya pa'y nagpamay di magdidinig. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may manhahatid, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Science and technology, university for work with dignity, molding the youth to serve humanity, building manpower to propel industry, wisdom in science and knowledge management, values and skills that spell development. With grandiose goals, the citizens are trained to realize the nation's fondest dream. Your greatness spread no ill for both, guiding us well through life's crossroads. Our faithful guide with hearts so pure, we persevere boldly with footsteps sure, with grateful hearts eager to grow, our minds unfold for life's anew. Dear alma mater, ever true, beloved is that you. Your hallowed ground and portals all aglow, frontiers of things we need to know and do, educating everyone who passes through, upholding virtues that make our dreams come true. Soaring high we go, development we do, waving with pride that banner gold and blue. Ilo, science and technology, university, champion of industry, with grateful hearts eager to go, our minds unfold for life's anew. Dear alma mater, ever true, beloved is that you.
Whisper in the breeze, it calls our name. Across the seas, we are the same. through tides that rise, through storms that wane, we sail as one beneath the sun. One vision, one ocean, together in motion. We rise, we shine, we reach for the sky. One heart, one dream, through the waters we gleam. ASEAN, we are one till the end of time.
The stars above, they light our way from golden dawns to dusky grays. We weave the threads of hope today. With every shore, we dream for more.
One vision, one ocean, together in motion. We rise, we shine, we reach for the sky. One heart, one dream, through the waters we gleam. ASEAN, we are one till the end of time. One vision, one ocean, together in motion. We rise, we shine, we reach for the sky. One heart, one dream, through the waters we gleam. ASEAN, we are one till the end of
To formally welcome all our participants and guests, it is my honor to introduce our Vice President for External Affairs, Dr. Junifer B. Badales. Sir?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Dessa. To our dear President, Dr. Gabriel M. Salistri Jr., our Vice Presidents, Dr. Ras Allen Napud, Dr. Corazon Corbal, and Dr. Carmelo V. Ambut. Ms. Tisa De Naponi, our Director for National and International Affairs, member of the ISAT University Administrative Council present, Dr. Tom Sakirin, the Dean Faculty of Science and Technology, University of Putri Sastra, Cambodia, Dr. Atik Rokhayani, the head of the International Affairs Office, Universitas Mulia Kudus, Indonesia. Our esteemed resource speakers from our different partners institution from Institute Pertiani Bugor, West Visayas State University, Cape State University Mambusaw Campus, Iloilo State University of Fisheries, Science and Technology, Dingli Campus, University of Antique, and Philamer Christian University from Rojas City, Capiz. There is participants from various partner school of ISAT University, ISATU, students, alumni, faculty, and staff. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the entire ISAT University academic community, it is my honor to welcome you all to the ASEAN+3 Language and Culture Program, the first event in our lineup of activities for the ASEAN Month Celebration 2026. This gathering is a celebration of diversity, dialogue, and discovery. Today, our students will share their transformative experiences from mobility programs across ASEAN and partner countries, offering us a glimpse into the richness of cultures they have encountered. Administrators from our international partner schools, in turn, will present the traditions and heritage of their respective nations and guide us through the beauty of their languages, providing our students with the first steps towards intercultural literacy. Partner countries, Japan, and China. It is a testament to our shared commitment to internationalization, inclusivity, and global citizenship. As we begin this journey together, may we be inspired not only to learn languages and traditions, but also to build bridges of understanding, respect, and cooperation. Let us celebrate these milestones with attitude, openness, and enthusiasm, knowing that every exchange strengthens our community and every dialogue brings us closer to peace and unity. Welcome to ISAT University's ASEAN+3 Language and Culture Program. May this event ignite curiosity, foster friendships, and deepen our appreciations of the diverse world we are privileged to be part of. Again, salamat, thank you very much, and mabuhay.
Thank you very much, Dr. Badoles, for your inspiring words of welcome. At this juncture, it is my honor to introduce our OIC President, Dr. Carmelo V. Ambut, to deliver his message. Sir?
Good afternoon, distinguished guest. Am I audible now, Lisa?
Yes, sir, loud and clear.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, esteemed resource speakers, dear colleagues and participants of this gathering, good afternoon. On behalf of Dr. Gabriel M. Celeste Jr., the University President of Iloilo Science and Technology University, it is with great honor and joy that I extend a heartfelt welcome to all who join us in this inaugural event of our month-long ASEAN Month 2026 celebration. We are privileged to host participants and partners from Western Visayas across the Philippines and our valued neighbor from Cambodia and Indonesia. Your presence affirms the spirit of unity, diversity, and collaboration that ASEAN and its dialogue partners embody. This gathering on ASEAN+3 language and culture is more than a celebration of heritage. It is a testament that our shared commitment to intercultural dialogue, academic exchange, and global citizenship. Through language and culture, we bridge differences, foster understanding, and strengthen solidarity across nations. May this event inspire us to continue building communities of learning and cooperation, guided by respect, inclusivity, and pursuit of excellence. Together, let us make ASEAN Month 2026 a beacon of international friendship and academic growth. Welcome to the ASEAN+3 Language and Culture Program hosted by Iloilo Science and Technology University. And may the celebration enrich our minds, strengthen our bonds, and uplift our shared vision for a brighter future. Salamat and mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ambut, for your unwavering support for the internationalization initiatives of the university and for reminding us of the importance of global collaboration through education. To help us better understand the objectives and significance of today's gathering, let us hear the rationale of the event from the Director of the National and International Affairs Office, Ms. Gisa Jainapane. Miss?
Thank you, Dr. Quinto. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The ASEAN+3 Language and Culture Program is the first event in our lineup of activities for the ASEAN Month Celebration 2026 here in Iloilo Science and Technology University, Philippines. Today, students from Institute Pertanian Bogor, Indonesia, West Visayas State University, Capiz State University Mambusaw Campus, Iloilo State University of Fisheries, Science and Technology Dingle Campus, alumni of Iloilo Science and Technology University, University of Antique, and Philomer Christian University will share their transformative experiences from mobility programs across ASEAN and partner countries, giving us a glimpse into the richness of cultures they have encountered. At the same time, administrators from our international partner schools, Universitas Muriakudos in Indonesia and University of Putisastra in Cambodia, will present the traditions and heritage of their respective nations and guide us through the beauty of their languages, providing our students with the first steps toward intercultural literacy. The rationale behind this event is clear. It embodies the spirit of ASEAN solidarity and the partnership with Japan and China, since we have students who had their mobility programs there. It is a testament to our shared commitment to internationalization, inclusivity, and global citizenship. By engaging in this exchange, we affirm that education is not confined to classrooms. It is lived through experiences, enriched by cultures, and strengthened by cooperation. As we begin this journey together, let us be inspired not only to learn languages and traditions, but also to build bridges of understanding, respect, and collaboration. Every dialogue we hold today brings us closer to peace and unity, and every exchange strengthens the bonds that connect our institutions and our peoples. The milestone is a reminder that ESADU, together with its partner schools in Western Visayas, in the Philippines, and abroad, stands at the forefront of fostering global engagement. With gratitude, openness, and enthusiasm, let us celebrate this program as a beacon of what ASEAN and its partners can achieve when we come together. To our University President, Dr. Salistre, to our Vice President for External Affairs, Dr. Badoles, our Vice Presidents, Dr. Napud, Dr. Gorbal, and our OIC for today, Dr. Ambot, the rest of the deans and the administrative council members, the international relations officers of our partner schools, thank you very much for your support. Dear students and professors, thank you all so much for participating in this milestone event. We look forward to celebrating ASEAN Month 2026 with all of you for the entire month of August. Before I end, I also would like to acknowledge participants from Northern Iloilo State University, West Visayas State University, Bina Insani University, Philomer Christian University, Capiz State University, John B. Lacson Foundation, Maritime University, Molo Incorporated, Information Science and Technology University, Abra State Institute of Sciences and Technology, College of Computer Studies, University of Abra, University of Antique, Iloilo Science and Technology University, of course, our students are here as well as our alumni and faculty. Universitas Muriakudos in Indonesia, University of Putisastra, Cambodia, and Institute Pertanian Bukor University. Thank you very much, one and all. Good afternoon once again, and mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Ms. Napane, for sharing the vision behind today's ASEAN+3 language and culture program. We now arrive at the highlight of today's program. Our presenters will take us on a virtual journey across ASEAN and its dialogue partner countries, allowing us to experience the richness of their languages, customs, traditions, and cultural heritage. We invite everyone to listen attentively and appreciate the unique stories that each culture has to offer. Our cultural journey begins in the Philippines. an archipelago of more than 7,000 islands, celebrated for its warm hospitality, colorful festivals, rich linguistic diversity, and vibrant traditions shaped by centuries of history. To introduce this remarkable country, allow me to present our first speaker. He is an undergraduate student in the Agribusiness Management program at IPB University. He currently serves as the head of the Public and Social Relations Department of Himava Akmapesa, where he leads partnership development and stakeholder engagement initiatives. Throughout his organizational journey, he has collaborated with various institutions, including the Audit Board of the Republic of Indonesia, Turuntangan Bogor City, the Student Executive Board of the Vocational School of IPB University, and the El Safan Foundation for Persons with Disabilities. Beyond campus organizations, he represented IPB University at the World Youth Skills Day Summer Camp 2026, hosted by Iloilo Science and Technology University, Philippines. During the programs, he earned second place in the Green Skills Innovation Challenge organized by the UNESCO Yonivok Visaya Center and was invited as a guest speaker on the Level Up radio talk show at EZU. His interests include agribusiness development, human resource management, stakeholder relations, and project management. Through his academic and organizational experiences, he is committed to fostering meaningful collaborations and creating sustainable impacts for communities. To present the culture of the Philippines, please welcome Mr. Fatih Gafari Arashid, an agribusiness management student from Institute Pertanian Bogor University, Indonesia. Mr. Fatih, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the time. I'm sorry, but am I allowed to share my screen right now?
Yes, you may share your screen.
Okay, wait a second. Okay, is the screen is clear, everyone?
Yes, we can see your screen also.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, once again. First of all, thank you so much for the warm welcome, and thank you so much also for Isatu for inviting me as one of the speakers for the ASEAN+3 language program, which right now I'm gonna sharing our experience about my participations in the World Youth Skills Day Summer Camp 2026 that hosted by the Iloilo Science and Technology University. And first of all, thank you so much from the warm welcome before. Like, okay, test. Okay, I'm sorry, it's my signal kind of bad, but Gifari Rashid. Everyone usually call me Fatih. I am an agribusiness management student in IPB University, Indonesia. I really have a lot of interest in agribusiness development, human resource management, and also international collaborations. And like what I've said before, I'm gonna share my experience about the program that I followed before, which is the WSD Summer Camp 2026. But before that, like, what is actually WSD Summer Camp? So, from what I have learned before, it was a program conducted by the ISATU, and it's a TVET, Focus Youth People initiative that conducted annually since 2019. It is It's means to empowering young people through skill-based learning, international collaborations, and also creative engagement. There is a lot of activities there, and such as workshops, innovation challenge, also cultural exchange, campus activities, city tour, and also there's a cultural night. And there is at least 3 programs that are available for this year, but the one that I'm taking is called Digital Content Creations class. In this class, I learned to how create engaging digital content, improve storytelling, and use creative media to communicate ideas effectively. And this is where it getting starting to interesting because I'm going to share about my first impressions of Iloilo, especially the Iloilo city. So the first thing that really comes to my mind when I first arrived at the airport, when I'm still on the flight, when I'm still on the plane, one of the cabin crew said that Iloilo city is one of the city that are using like smoke free city. Yeah, like you are not allowed to like smoke in public area, which is very good. Like I rarely seen a city that are have this kind of strict rules, and having this is just like so good. And also, when I first arrived at the university hostel at the CLE, the student bodies are taking me to go like strolling around the city. And I noticed that it is a very walkable city. Like you can go everywhere just by your foot, which is really good. Like even though there's a public transportations, but the environment for you to walking is also very clean and just like yeah, walkable. And what I said before, it's clean. And somehow when I going to the esplanade, it's like a river and like a pavement besides it. It feels really calm and also comfortable. It really makes the city looks beautiful. It likes really have a really rich and beautiful city for me, for the Iloilo. And it's surprisingly different from what I had imagined before in Indonesia. And having this is just really good for me. And also, I stayed for at least 7 days there in the Philippines, in the in the Iloilo. And I've experienced a lot of culture things there, like especially Philippines culture. But what I'm gonna talk right now is about the food. Like I've experienced actually not really that much food because one of the things, but I experienced one things that I really remember until today. For the first one is my first Jollibee experience because everyone in the social media kept talking about how good Jollibee is. That makes me really want to try the Jollibee. And once I arrived in the Philippines, the things that I asked to the lecturer, so my and also to my student body is like, can we go to the Jollibee? Because I really want to try the Jollibee. And then yeah, they took us to the Jollibee and we tried it after, and it's just so good. Like I know why many Filipinos love um that Jollibee. And also on my I kind of forgot, but but I think on 6 or 7 day on the activities, we one of my lecturer, which is Sir Jason from the Tarlac Agricultural University, is making a chicken adobo. Because he is asking like, do you have you tried about chicken adobo like that? And then I say that yeah, I've tried before, but it's looks red. It's not like black like this. And then he said that oh, it's the different chicken adobo. You really need to try this one. It's like the homemade chicken adobo version. And when I taste it, it's just really, really good. It reminds me of one of Indonesian dish called semur ayam. If you guys could search it, it's really good. And chicken adobo reminds me of that. And yeah, oh my God. Oh no, I'm nostalgic. I'm feeling nostalgia right now. And also there is this snacks from what I have been trying. There are two that I still remember until today, which is the Chocomucho, because one of my friends there from the Flamer Christian University, they are recommending me like you should try Chocomucho. And also from the Jongbi Laksan University, they recommend me to try the Piaya and the Ube one, which is really good. And on our last day of the activities, the committee took us to the seafood restaurant and we tried the seafood and it just tastes different. Like it tastes good, but it tastes different. And it tastes different from what I have in Indonesia, but it's just really good that it remember me a lot about the fish. Like okay. And then the last one is my biggest heartbreak is the Ilocos empanada because since I'm a Muslim, I have to make sure that everything that I eat is halal. And sadly, Ilocos empanada, they don't have the halal version of it, so I cannot try it, even though I really want to try it. And yeah, oh my God, it's still so sad for me until today. And next is the language, everyone. Before coming to the Philippines, I assumed that everyone are communicated in Tagalog. But however, I soon discovered that people in Iloilo or like on the middle part of the Philippines are not using the Tagalog. Instead, they are using the Hiligaynon in their daily conversations. And actually, it's quite different from what I remember, and also kind of um, hardly forgot about the words, but here are the things that I really remember with the Hiligaynon, which is there is Maayong Aga or like good morning, and then the Salamat, thank you. And then when I took the jeepney, um, my our friends are kept telling me that oh you should try to pay to the driver and you can just say bayan po, something like that. And I tried it and it's just the best experience ever. Yeah, and then I said bayan po and I still remember until today. It's like pay please or something. And also the last one is oo, which is means yes. And it's kind of funny stories about it because one of the student buddies are keep like teasing me, like they keep asking questions with the Hiligaynon language. But since I don't understand anything about Hiligaynon, one of my friends telling me that you can just answer like oh, and then I keep doing that every time. My student buddies or my friends there are asking me in Hiligaynon language. It's a really funny experience, and I just miss it right now. And from that, I learned that learning a few simple expressions made interactions much more enjoyable and helped me to connect with the local people. And talking about local people, there are these people that made Iloilo feels like home. They are one of the greatest highlight of the journey because meeting them um, making incredible people would turn a foreign city into a place that felt like home. Like I just feel comfortable there because of these people. Who are they? Is of course my student buddies first, like Emar, Carlos, Riri, Papa, Patrick, Carl, Rob, and also Dante. And then also my fellow digital content creations class, which is there is Kurt, Josh, James, Jinkai, Solve, Sandy from the Guimaras. I think if I don't wrong. Yeah, they're from the Guimaras State University. And also there's Rexy and Karen from the other campus of Iloilo. And the last one is like best friend ever, the Philomena Christian University, Benz, Hazel, and Iris, because we like we doing something called Chika Chika or Storia Storia. Hazel told me that that language it to like gossiping. I don't know. It's like chit chatting, but we doing that like literally every day after all of our activities. And um, having these people, the student buddies, my digital content creations partner class, and also friends from the Philomer Christian University is making me realize that even though you are far from home, you still can find a friend that are just so good that made you feels like even a farthest point from your home is your home, something like that. And what I learned, especially from joining the program, is that this experience has taught me much more than technical skills or cultural knowledge. It reminded me that meaningful friendships can be built despite differences of language and nationality. And every conversation, every shared meal, and every collaborative activity showed me that importance of empathy, openness, and also mutual respect. And I think that is my last slides of the day. And I just really want to thank you to the ISATU for having the WSD summer camp program, which is really good. It's just really a good experience at all for me. And I have a quote, a little quote like this, like travel may end, but the friendships, lessons, and memories will stay with us forever. And yeah, I think that all I can say for today's presentation. I really just want to thank you all that can make this unforgettable journey happen. I really wish that someday I could go back to the Philippines, especially to the Iloilo, to learn about everything, and hoping that I can meet the friends, the student buddies, Emar, Carlos, and everyone there also. So I think that's all for my presentation. I'm giving it back to the moderator. Once again, thank you so much for making this happen. Salamat and mabuhay!
Thank you very much, Mr. Fari, for that insightful presentation on the Philippines, specifically Iloilo. Please know that you are always welcome to go back here in Iloilo, especially in Iloilo Science and Technology University. We truly appreciate your perspective and the cultural appreciation you have shared with us. Now our journey continues to another beautiful country in Southeast Asia. Known as the land of a million elephants, Laos is admired for its peaceful landscapes, ancient Buddhist temples, and traditions that have been preserved through generations. Representing Laos is Miss Thea Ann L. Mendoza, a Bachelor of Culture and the Arts education student from West Visayas State University. Miss Mendoza, the virtual floor is now yours.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can I already present? Can I start presenting?
Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Is the screen visible, ma'am? And is my audio clear?
Yes, we can see your screen and we can hear your voice.
Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to ESATU for inviting me to be one of the speakers for today's language and culture program. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be here and to share my experience in Lao. And this has become one of the most meaningful chapters of my journey as a student, a theater artist, and a young Filipino. When I was thinking of a title for this presentation, I couldn't resist calling it Live, Love, Love, Lao. It sounds like a meme and a cliche famous catchphrase, but after spending time in Lao, I realized that those three words perfectly described my experience. I got to witness and live the culture, laughed with new friends despite our language differences, and came home with a genuine love for the country and its people. Sabaydi, good day everyone. Maayong hapon sa tanan. I am Thea Ann L. Mendoza, a fourth-year Bachelor of Culture and Arts Education student from West Visayas State University and the elder person of WVSU Teatro Tayo, the resident contemporary theater collective of the university. A little background about our theater group. WVSU Teatro Tayo is a dynamic and dedicated training ground for student artists in performance, music, stage direction, scenography, and technical production. It was founded in 2015 by our artistic director, Dr. Jamal V. Garcia Jr., and Teatro Tayo is guided by its commitment to create interdisciplinary, research based works rooted in Filipino culture and responsive to cultural, social issues. Teatro Tayo develops productions that are both accessible and socially relevant. Our performances ranges from cultural and educational showcases to contemporary and experimental performances. Um, it is truly an honor to share my experience in Laos, a country I had a privilege of visiting in December of 2025 as a delegate to the Asian Youth Theater Festival. Representing Iloilo, West Visayas State University, and the Philippines was both an exciting and humbling journey. It was my first time traveling outside the country and the first ASEAN nation I was able to visit. Um, Actually, before going to Laos, I really wondered what made it unique. What I discovered was much deeper than beautiful places and delicious food. I was able to discover and experience the kindness of people, their humility, respect, how they value family and community. And those values felt surprisingly very, very familiar. Today, I'd like to share to you how my experience in Laos allowed me to appreciate its culture, traditions, language, while also realizing how closely connected we are as members of ASEAN. Laos, officially known as the Lao People's Democratic Republic, is often called the land of a million elephants. As you can see in the photo, I have a picture with the elephant, but it's only a statue because we were not able to go on the countryside. It is the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia, and it's bordered by Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and China. Our festival was held at the National College of the Arts in Vientiane, and Vientiane is its capital city. Although Laos may not be always be among the most visited countries in ASEAN, it possesses a rich cultural heritage shaped by Buddhism, traditional arts, music, dance, and strong community values. One thing I immediately noticed when we arrived in Laos, it was very peaceful and the atmosphere was so calm. Life moved at quite a slow pace compared to other larger cities in Southeast Asia, and I think that influenced how they prioritized relationships, traditions, and communities. My journey in Laos began with Asian Youth Theater Festival. It is an international gathering that brought together young theater artists and theater groups across Asia and other parts of Asia. We have countries from Japan, India, yeah, and throughout the festival, we did much more than performing. We were able to mingle and live together with my fellow artists in Asia. We shared meals and we attended workshops together. One of the proudest moments of our delegation was presenting our production, Bukay Isda. We shared our story rooted in our own culture and experiences. It was quite inspiring to see the audiences from different countries connect with our performance despite the language barrier. I can remember bats from Brunei that said, he said, even though I don't understand what you're saying, I felt so sad, which is quite heartwarming to see how theater is a universal language. We also gave a workshop to fellow artists about Panay Bukidnon music and the Binanog dance. Beyond our own performance, we also had the opportunity to watch productions from other countries. We have witnessed performances from Vietnam, Malaysia, Japan, Thailand, And our theme for this celebration is the right to be human, and the and used puppetry for the whole productions. So it the workshops were really one of the most unforgettable part of the festival. We had the opportunity to learn from other artists and facilitators from different cultural backgrounds and artistic backgrounds. One of the highlights of the Asian Youth Theatre Festival was after the AYTF, we had the opportunity to attend the first Vientiane Youth Theatre Festival, where local students, youth organizations, and theater groups from Lao showcased their own productions. It was so very inspiring. It was very inspiring to see how young Lao artists used theater to celebrate their culture, express their creativity, and tell stories that mattered to their communities. Watching these performances gave us a deeper appreciation of Lao theater beyond what we had experienced during the international festival. Also, one of the things that impressed me most about Lao was the kindness of its people. And everywhere we went, we were welcomed with smiles. People greeted us warmly, even though we spoke different languages. Their hospitality reminded me very much of Filipino hospitality. And beyond their hospitality, what truly stood out to me most was how deeply proud the Lao people are of their culture. On the first video that you saw, we were given the opportunity to have an external performance in a middle school. So the kids were very enthusiastic and welcoming, and they were very excited to see our performance. Actually, we even felt like a celebrity as they asked us to sign their notebooks with our names and our signatures. Their teachers were also very accommodating. One of my favorite encounter was when the driver of a van who brought us to our venue turned on the lights, so because he saw us doing a song cover at the back. And the second video you saw is the owner of a shop that we bought our pasalubong back to the Philippines. She was very generous, and yeah, she's very kind. And another aspect I admired about was their deep respect for their traditions. Buddhism plays an important role in their everyday life. I saw young men became monks. Temples remain active centers of the community, and despite modernization, Lao continues to preserve its traditions with great pride. As you can see, we rode a tuk-tuk. It is one of the means of transportation in Lao. And also, one of the most memorable experiences during my stay in Lao was trying Lao. It is one of the means of transportation. Then, it's the Lao chicken noodle soup, the sticky rice, or the khao niao, and it is my favorite paired with their roasted pork. What I have noticed every evening at around 11 p.m. after our event in our venue, we go out and go to the night market. We saw meals shared by family and friends, and I saw how they value togetherness so much. And also, we participated in cultural exchanges with local artists and the youth. Although our backgrounds were quite different, we connected through music, theater, dance, and storytelling. Well, art became our common language, and what surprised me most was during the cultural show. And then when they heard the music, everyone started to dance, stood up, and then just like partying. So it's quite heartwarming to see how music, how the arts can like connect everyone in the room. Um, Although our countries have different histories and religions, I found many similarities from Filipinos and Lao people because we value so much hospitality. Also, both value family. We have also vibrant festivals. We both use music and dance to celebrate important occasions. And I think both countries believe that community is stronger when people help one another. There was this time during the workshop where I forgot a prop on our accommodation, and it's like 5 kilometers away. My Lao friend said that he will go back there and get our things. And because of him, we were able to pull off and push through our performance. And of course, when going to another country, it means we need to also learn a new language. And although English was used during the festival, I wanted to learn basic Lao expressions. Even saying simple words, I made the conversation much warmer, and people appreciated the efforts. So here are the words that I was able to learn. We say when we meet someone, we say sabaydi, which means hello. We say kopchai, and when we eat and buy some things, first we ask tao dai, and then the vendors would raise their hands how much it cost, and then we say sep when the food tastes very delicious. Um, Perhaps the biggest lesson I learned is that communication goes beyond language. There were moments actually that we could not fully understand each other's words, but we understood our smiles. We shared laughter together. We understood music, and we understood the movement expressed by the bodies. As theater artists, we discovered that performance itself can become a universal language. This experience reminded me that empathy, openness, and respect often communicate more than vocabulary. When we returned to the Philippines, we brought home new friendships, new perspectives, and greater appreciation of ASEAN cultures. Um, I realized that cultural exchange help us become better citizens, not only for our own country, but also of Southeast Asia. As educators, future leaders, we have the responsibility um, to safeguard, preserve our own culture while remaining open and learning from others. So here are the photos feature for our 5 day, or I mean 6 day stay in Laos. So as you can see, we had outside performances, open stage performances where artists deliver performances from their own culture. We also had the chance to share a song to them about the Filipino migrant workers. And this one is during the first Vientiane Youth Theater Festival. Um, I hope I was able to share not just what I saw in Lao, but what I learned from it. My journey reminded me that traveling is more than visiting new places. It is about opening ourselves to new perspective, appreciating cultures different from our own, and realizing that despite our differences, we share the same values. I believe that as members of ASEAN, may we continue to celebrate our own cultures while remaining curious about the cultures of our neighbor friends. Because the more we understand one another, the stronger our region becomes. To Lao, Kapchai for the memories, the friendships, and the lessons that I will always carry with me. I would also like to thank the Asian Youth Theater Festival for the opportunity, and for WVSU Teatro Tayo for also giving me the avenue and the opportunity to experience Lao. Thank you, and Kapchai Lai Lai. Madam, ganyan salamat. Thank you, everyone.
Chai, Ms. Mendoza, for introducing us to the rich heritage of Lao. Each presentation reminds us that while our cultures are unique, our shared values, such as the appreciation of theater arts, continue to unite us. Often called the land of smiles, Thailand is renowned for its magnificent temples, flavorful cuisine, colorful festivals, and a culture that beautifully balances tradition and modernity. Representing Thailand is Mr. King Frago Sabala from Capiz State University, Mambuso campus. Mr. Sabala, the virtual stage is yours.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. So may I allow to share my screen?
Go ahead, please.
Maybe for a while. All right. To the key officials of ESETU, to our dear participants, students and partners, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. So before I introduce myself, allow me to take you somewhere. So close your eyes for just 3 seconds. Imagine waking up in a country where every street sign is written in a language you cannot read, where the greetings sound unfamiliar, the food tastes different, and every classroom reminds you that you are no longer home. That was me. Like very beautiful fabric, this journey was woven one thread at a time. So today, allow me to walk you through each thread that made this experience unforgettable. So once again, I am Kin Sabala, and I just graduated last June 2026 at Capiz State University, Mambusao Satellite College, and I was part of the Sea Teacher Program, Batch 10, and I was deployed at Uduntani Rajabat University in Thailand. Yeah, so for our agenda for this afternoon, for our part one, we have my journey to Thailand, my host school, teaching experience, and cultural immersion. For our part two, basic Thai words, basic survival skills, and open forum if there are questions. So first, let us go to my journey. So first of all, it all started with an application process. I was interviewed and fortunately chosen as one of the two representatives of Capiz State University to Uduntani Rajabat University. And that is me during the interview. So we were 8 that time being interviewed and fortunately was chosen. And then that is our pre-departure orientation together with our EL chair. And that's my departure. And finally, my arrival. Yes, and we were warmly welcomed at Uduntani Rajabat University. So that includes our opening ceremony and the orientation. And now for my host school. So allow me to take you at Uduntani Rajabat University, also known as there is a city within a university. So very spacious, very wide ang ilang school. Everything that you need makita sa sulod sang Uduntani or Udro, Uduntani Rajabat University. So once you enter the gate, muna siya sige lang yung mga makita. That yeah, so behind me is the male dormitory where we stayed for a month. And that is courses offered at Udro. That's their university emblem, the colors of the university, and the university flower, which is the flame of the forest. So yeah. And now this one is my favorite part of my Sea Teacher exchange program, my teaching experience. So yes, subjects taught, I taught English, grade levels, grade 10, So I actually prepared a skit related to this one because this is very realistic. Sang nag-abot ko sa Thailand. So
People V, you're a teacher in Thailand.
Stand up, please. Okay. Good morning, teacher. All right, good morning. Sit down. Thank you, teacher. All right, do you guys have any questions about your homework today? Anybody? Teacher, yeah, what's your question? I don't understand the Bluetooth device is ready to pair. That's funny. Teacher, yes. May I go to the toilet, please? Yeah, sure. Teacher.
yeah, so that's it. That's my experience teaching in Thailand. Like a lot of students are saying, "Teacher, teacher, may I go to the toilet? May I go to this?" But you know, as a future teacher, you need really to adapt to their culture and understand where they come from. So that's me and my students for in my classroom observation. So I observed that these students are not really that immersed in the English language. But I also understand because English for them is a foreign language, right? Right? To us Filipinos, that's our second language. To Thai people, English is their foreign language. So in classroom management, I make sure that my class is fun and everyone is participating. Now for my teaching demonstration, so every Monday and Wednesday, I have a 50-minute slot. Well, on Fridays, I have a 1 hour and 50-minute slot. So despite the varying lengths, I'm pleased to report that the allocated time is sufficient to cover all my necessary material and clarify any doubts for my students. So enough naman siya and we were able to exchange ideas. And yeah, in terms of lesson planning, I followed the module of my supervising teacher. However, during the final demonstration, since I realized that these students are not really that advanced in English, I chose a simple subject or a simple topic, which is about like nouns and verbs, where I got a grade of 99 for my final demonstration. And now let's go to the part of cultural immersion. So their patterns of culture, Thailand's are known for their food, right? In BL movies or in their movies, they're very popular with their food. So I'm gonna show you the food that we have tried. The only foods that we've tried, of course, the pad thai, tom yum, which is very spicy. The spicy level is so high. The other one is the pad krapao. I think you can see this menu everywhere you go in Thailand. And of course, the mango sticker rice. And that is the restaurant. Here we go. Every time we have a chance to go out. Another pattern of their culture is their festival. So we were not able to experience the Songkran festival. But since a lot of Chinese students study in Thailand, in Udon Thani specifically, they're studying business English. They also celebrate, just like us, the Lunar New Year. So we were able to celebrate that with my friends and my student body. These are my Chinese friends. So now they are in China na, graduate na sila. Yes, another pattern of their culture is their tradition. So in their tradition, you have that the Y greeting. So the lower the bow, the higher the respect that you give. It's like our mano po in the Philippines. We do this. The Y, it's known as Y. I think let's just skip this. It's the Y greeting. So as what you can see, there are 3 levels of Y. So as what I have mentioned, the lower the bow, the higher the respect. They're also known, since they're known as the land of smiles, for their warm people. So these are my friends. Yeah. Um, this one, these are my students. So I let them sign my bag. And of course, for their temples, a lot of temples, by the way, since they're Buddhist, and rituals. So whenever you go inside a temple, you must take off your shoes. And the tea party, the tea, they love tea. So we've tried also tea. And then their places, so they brought us to Lotus Lake. So it's a nice experience. And places, that's their own version of Samgyeopsal. And of course, their night market. I mean, who doesn't love night market in Thailand where you can buy fried insects, right? And then of course, I also faced challenges. I also faced challenges during my stay in Thailand, but I was also able to cope with those challenges. So some of the primary challenges are language barrier, of course. So okay, the very easy way is to for open communication. You can use Google Translate and you talk to the locals, or at least learn simple or basic Thai grammar, or I mean Thai words. Different teaching styles. So since other countries, you need to adapt to how they teach homesickness, time management, and cultural adjustment. So very easy. The only way to survive is to be open-minded. You should be the one to adjust because you are the visitor. And adjustment means to respect their culture. So now let's move on to our part two, survival tips. So basic Thai words and phrases. So before I went to Thailand, I watched videos on Instagram about Thai words, like basic, because I'm not really good at their grammar. So okay, we still have 4 minutes, so I think I can play this.
Hey, are you traveling to Thailand very soon? If yes,
So
how
I
can
watched
you say
that
hello to Thai people?
before I went to Thailand.
สวัสดี สวัสดี How can you say how are you to Thai people? สบายดีไหม สบายดีไหม How can you say thank you? ขอบคุณ ขอบคุณ Now, how can you say sorry? Sorry. ขอโทษ ขอโทษ We'll follow for more. Welcome.
Okay, so those are the basic
Thanks.
words that you need to learn before you go to Thailand. Okay, so we have here sawadi. Sawadi, it means hello or goodbye. Like for men, you say sawadi kap. And then for women, you say sawadi ka. So there is a difference. And then for kapkun, it means thank you. Kapun kap for men, and for women, kapun ka. Then you also have my penrai. It means it's okay, never mind. Then another one is chai. So the core foundation. You really need to learn this. So chai, my chai. Okay, do you want spicy food? My chai. No. Another one we have aroy mak. It means very delicious. So when someone offered you a food, even though it's too spicy and you don't know what to do, still say aroy mak. Or how much? Taurai. And then when talking with the locals, you really need to adapt with the tone. The problem with their tone is for instance, a single word has a different tone, and when you pronounce it in different tone, it has a different meaning. So you should be careful also. But when we talk to the locals, especially when we buy something, we just gestures, do the gestures like one piece or two pieces. We just do that. So this is an example of how we talk to the locals in Thailand. This is very relatable.
Accent is so important.
Can you scan, please? What? Can you scan the QR code? Scan. Oh. Excuse me. Where is 7-Eleven? Huh? 7-Eleven. What? 7. Oh, there. Oh, can I have one spaghetti, please? What? Spaghetti. Oh. Could you warm that for me, please? Huh? I mean, put it in the microwave. Hmm? Wave ครับ Oh.
Follow for more.
Yeah, so the main point of that is to really adapt and have an open mind
Why Thai act?
when talking to the locals. Okay. Wait. And yes, for more videos from Papino, to learn more about Thai, just follow him on Instagram. And so, yes, so language opens doors, culture opens minds, and education opens hearts. And when these three come together, borders no longer separate us, they connect us. So I actually have my blog, so you may scan. Let us weave the world together. And yes, thank you so much for listening. Once again, thank you, ma'am, and everyone to the committee of this program for inviting me to be part of this program and for sharing also my experience in Thailand. Thank you.
Congrats, Mr. Sabala, for bringing Thailand closer to us through your engaging presentation. Our next destination is home to the magnificent Angkor Wat. This country is rich in history, resilience, and artistic traditions and cultural heritage. Representing Cambodia is Dr. Tam Sakirin, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology of the University of Putisastra.
Good afternoon. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for your feedback. Let me share my slide before starting. Higher screen. Okay. So you got my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And thanks to the University of Science and Technology, ASEAN+3 University from Philippines for inviting UP again to join with you the program. So last year we have attended the program for cultural program, and now this is another year that we can see the different of getting different speakers and different partners joining with us, and especially thanks to Dr. Junifer, the Vice President of the External Affairs. So great to see you again here, and thanks for your invitation. So let me start for the sharing the culture and language of Cambodia with you. Just now we have heard about the culture and language from Philippines, from Laos, and then finally from Thailand. Then it's come to Cambodia, which is the neighbor of Thailand. So before starting, I just would like to share with all of you for some common, what we call common thing that we have in ASEAN, not only for Cambodia or Philippines. I'm sure for all the ASEAN members, we have same comments. For example, like for deeply rooted in hospitality, everyone have a very good hospitality, hosting friends and what we call foreigners coming to our countries. And we are profound in respect for elders. Unlike the West country, they are much different from us. But the ASEAN country, Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, so Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, we have a common profound respect for the elders. We like to respect the elders as our culture. And third one, we have a strong family value where we like to live together as a family together, a big family. In the past, we can see, I'm sure it is not different from the ASEAN country. We like to live, I mean, the family is big family. Every family have like 4 or 5 children. Someone have even 10 children in Cambodia, in Thailand, or even in Malaysia. So we like to stay together as a strong family, but with a modern life, children start going for university, working at the capital city. So it becomes changing a bit, but still we are having the strong family value, and we have a warm smile culture. So we can see everywhere in ASEAN, everyone having a common smile culture, and especially in ASEAN framework, we have a youth empowering within the ASEAN family. So sharing with you the Cambodia. Cambodia is not very big country in the ASEAN. We have only 17 millions of the population. And the capital city is Phnom Penh. From the history, we may have like in Siem Reap, in Udong, and others. Currently, we have been changed to Phnom Penh for, I think, 300-400 years. So it remains as the capital city, where you can see in the picture here, you can see 2 rivers here, which is a junction together between Tulesap River and Mekong River. Tulesap River, it is located it's quite a big river in Cambodia. It occupied several provinces in Cambodia, and it is one of the biggest river in ASEAN. And another one is Mekong River. Everyone know well about Mekong River because it is from China going down to Vietnam, to Laos, Thailand, and then Cambodia. So it is a very long river. I think not only in ASEAN, but so Phnom Penh is in a junction between the Lesap River and the Mekong River. And the majority of the religion in Cambodia is 95% are Buddhist. The Muslim is around 3 to 4%, and another percent is a mixing Christian and others Buddhist, the religion. So 95% is Buddhist. Actually, for the past century, I mean, in the century of 10, 11, 12, we are still were primes in Hindus. Then we changed to Buddhist, and currently Cambodia is 95% of Buddhism. And the language, we have our own language, we call Khmer language. So Khmer language actually, if comparing to Thailand, Laos, so Khmer language is one of the oldest language, and we have similar sounds, pronunciation. So we can easily understand what each other's. I think, for example, like Malay and Indonesia, they have a very quite common language that they can share together, and we have similar between Cambodia, Laos, and Thai, but it is a different, not even dialect. Thailand and Laos may have very similar, but Cambodia is, I think, is also in the category of similar, but it's quite a bit far different than between Laos and Thailand. And our currency is we're using real. So in Philippines, it is peso, and in Indonesia, I think in rupiah or real. Then our Cambodia is we use real, where the $1 is equal to 4,000 real is approximately. I mean, the inflation not very much different, so that is 4,000 real always. And we got actually we were under the colonized of the France, and we got the independence on 9 November 1953, and we become the members of ASEAN in 1999. And I'm sure everyone might know these pictures. This is the Angkor Wat, the only, the most famous temple in Cambodia. And we use it for our flag as well. The symbol on our flag represent the religion and the great empire of the Khmer Empire in the past. And actually, this temple, it is built with the representing of the Mount Meru. They call Mount Meru. This is a Hindu gods, which to respect to the Hindu god. So as I said, right now Cambodian is a Buddhism, but in the past around, because the temple were built, I think in 10 or 11 to 12th century. During that period, there's so many temples were built at that time, and they were represent for the Hindu religion practice. And for your information also, it is located in Siem Reap province. In Siem Reap province, if you come to visit in Cambodia, a day is not enough for my recommendation. It should take at least 3 days for visit in Siem Reap province. So because so many temples that you can visit, and there are many activities you can do at Siem Reap province as well. And beyond the ancient temple, we have other things. For example, like in capital city of Phnom Penh, we have the vibrant historic. This one is the palace, the palace of our current king, and part. But behind that, there's so many buildings inside that you can also visit. And Tonle Sap Lake, as I start from the beginning, it is the biggest lake in Cambodia and as well, river. So there is a floating village there that if you go to Siem Reap province, you can also visit the floating village there, because there's a lot of, you can also have a sightseeing and learning culture and way of life of people there, how they live on a float, and a school there. So it's quite different from others as well. And beyond that, we also have another province we call Sihanoukville. If you search, it is one of the best destination in Cambodia as well, because there is a beach island, and Koh Rong is one of the famous island. The sand is purely white and very beautiful and clean. I remember I went to Philippines last time, and we have a chance to visit Boracay Island. So it is similar to Boracay Island, but I think Boracay Island is more crowded. But here is more calm, and the beach is very beautiful. You can have time to visit in Koh Rong as well. Koh Rong is taking like around 14 minutes by boat or ferry from the Sihanoukville province. Okay, then that is some place that you may visit. But beyond that, not only for beach or capital city, we have another province we call Ratanakiri and Mundulkiri. It's more to mountains and forests. Some tourists from Europe, they like to go there also to visit. They have lake, they have a waterfall, and they have kinds of adventure there at Mundulkiri and Ratanakiri. And for the realms of the seasons, one of the famous one is the Khmer New Year, or we can call it is a Songkran. It is common because it is a Buddhist religious practice. So we call Songkran. It is similar to Thailand, even in Laos. So another word we call it is Khmer New Year, or Khmer word is Chol Chnam Thmai, or Songkran Chol Chnam Thmai. So during that day, 3 days of holidays, the people travel to their family because they have a family reunions and people going to the temple together. There are so many activity at the temple, and they have traditional game at the village community, or sometimes they enjoy the traditional game at the temple as well. So within these 3 days, it is very joyful for Cambodian people, and some communities, some people not even celebrate for 3 days, but they celebrate up to a week. And I think it is similar to Indonesia and Malaysia, which is the Idul Adha or Idul Fitri, where people gathering together, family gathering, and have many activity. So similar thing in Cambodia, this is the Khmer New Year. And another thing, another event which is very famous in Cambodia, we call water festival. Another one is a flogging ceremony. The royal flogging ceremony they conduct together at the same time with water festival. It is a 3 day holiday as well. Normally it is in the calendar, it is on November. So the next 2-3 months we have that. So a water festival, they have boat racing within 3 days, and the royal flogging, the floating at night, they're floating some some symbol from different ministry and other stuff. So they have many activities. So the activity including day and night during those days. So it is very joyful for Cambodian people. And during this period, the difference between Khmer New Year's, people like to go to the countryside, to different province to visit their family, gathering family. But the royal flogging ceremony and water festival, people like to come to Phnom Penh and conduct in capital of Phnom Penh. But not only in Phnom Penh, but there's some province also conduct as in a province as well. But the majority, they come to Phnom Penh for enjoying the festival. And another important event is the festival is the Chumban. We call Chumban. Chumban is a part of the Buddhist religious. So they are having some activity at the pagoda, at the temple, and to respect the past generation, and have some activity that we may think that this is a may give some benefit to the past generation who have died and so on. So this is a belief from the Buddhism. For the dance and ancient sounds, for the dance, the most popular, and we normally have it in many events, it is a Apsara dance. As you see in the picture, this is an Apsara dance. It is a UNESCO cultural heritage, and it's showing some represent the nature of mythological stories from a tree, starting from planting and then growing and then having flower, food, and then will fall down. So this is how it representing the story of culture as well, represent in the dance of Apsara. And you can find this Apsara dance on the wall of the Angkor Wat temple and many more temples in Siem Reap province from the past. So it is a UNESCO heritage. And the sound, there's so many sound, there's so many instrument sounds, but here I just would like to share with you one of the Roniet, the xylophone that we normally use it for many events, and can be a song, mixing with song, and many with many dance as well. And this is the clothes, the custom clothes. We call this samput. Let me share you this one. So this is a way of people wear during many ceremony. Like this, they are wearing this playing game during the water festival. So they're wearing this to the pagoda and then having enjoyed the traditional game as well. And they're wearing like this for male like this. It is more on the marriage wedding, for wedding dress, and so many more clothes that we have for different ceremony and activity. Some may use for wedding, some use for culture, some may use for daily going to the pagoda, and may use for more. And I would like to highlight you also, kroma is one of the most important symbol or even clothes in Cambodia. It has been used widely. It can be used itself for multi-purpose because it can be used for identify the identity of Cambodian people, especially when you came to Cambodia or you go to province. You will see many, especially elders people, both male and female, they have the krama together with him. Sometimes they wearing on the necks, or sometimes they are tying as bell. Sometimes they can use many. So it can be used for baby carrier, and sometimes they can use it for what we call together with other clothes, and some may use to wear as a scarf as well for the sun protection, and some may use for other purpose like for towel, for belt, and other modern fashion. So you can find so many form and size for different use and different quality as well. Especially in Cambodia, where homes are making the silk, because the silk making from the woman, it is very famous and very good quality. They can also produce as they produce as a clothes here, and sometimes produce as kromba here as well. Especially the handmade that we have been uses for many centuries already. It's come to the food. We have, of course, there's so many food, but just to share with you some of the food here, which is quite common and good for you to taste when you come to Cambodia. The first one is the amok. We call amok. Amok is a coconut-based mixed with fish, or sometimes mixed with other meat as well. And it is full with the banana leaf and then steamed. So to me, it is a very good wine, good taste. Last year, I have a friend from Singapore. When he came to Cambodia, I thought he cannot eat it because it's a mixing of fish and sometimes mixing with what they call prohok, which is a preservable fish that keeping for a long time. In Malaysia, they might call like voodoo. So they have some smell. I thought he cannot eat, but when he eat it, he really loved it, the amok. And the second one is curry. Curry is very common in ASEAN, I think, and in Middle East as well, from India, Pakistan, and so on. In Cambodia, also curry is one of the common food in Cambodia, but this is a bit different from the curry in Malaysia or in Indonesia. It's similar. The taste is a bit different because the way of cooking, the way of using traditional spice. So it's a bit different that you can try it in Cambodia. And another one is quite unique is num ban chok. We call num ban chok. Num ban chok is a rice noodle that there are two kinds of dish that they can mix together. A kind of curry, and another one is a fish with coconut base. So it is giving a unique aroma for you to taste when you come to Cambodia. If a comparison, nong mancok is quite similar to lakso in Malay, if I'm not mistaken, but the dish is different. The taste is a bit different. But this is, if you're comparing, this is the same type as lakso in Malaysia, and in Thailand it is khanom jin. It is very similar to khanom jin of Thailand. For the sweet, one of the famous and common one is a num and som. We call num and som. Num and som is commonly used for many, especially in for ceremony, for festival, and many party. They like to have num and som. Actually, during the Chumban or Khmer festival, Khmer New Year festival, or water festival. I mean, almost all the festival they like to have it. So num and som have different tastes as well that you can try. And I'm not sure in Malaysia, in Thailand they also have one, but in different style, different size that you can try from Cambodia. It is a sticky rice together, and inside is the banana. And not only the banana, it can mix. Sometimes it mix with, different flour, and sometimes the inside is a coconut base with brown sugar and so on. So there's so many kinds of num and som as well. But the common one is sticky rice with inside is the banana. And this one they call num akao. Num akao, this is a palm cake which is made from the palms, the sugar palm, not sugar palm tree, which is the fruit from the sugar palm tree. That they bring it, and so they give the aroma and taste from the palm, that from the palm tree. So it is very unique and it is very traditional, and we can find everywhere in Cambodia. And the last one is a sticky rice sweet, which is a coconut base with sticky rice serving together with the you see the white one here is a coconut. Okay. So here I would like to share with you for some anatomy of respect as well, because Cambodia, we practice as the Buddhist religion. So there's some concept that you may need to know. So when you arrive in Cambodia, you know what to do and what don't do. For example, for the head in Cambodia, they consider as the highest part of the body. So we cannot just touch head in Cambodia. And I'm not sure in other countries, touching head is not a good manner in Cambodia. And if you go to the pagoda, you have to wear from shoulder to the knee to respect to the monks and the place of the pagoda. And the hand as well, there is a way of greeting or saying goodbye. So it is same to to Thailand and Laos, where we have to do the hand like this, and we bow down a bit. So this is the way how we respect and greeting people, especially elders people. And for the feet, it is considered as the lowest part and the dirtiest part of the body. So it's not good to point toward any people or Buddha image. Okay. And for the language, Khmer language is one of the oldest Southeast Asia language. It is unique, and they have alphabet. Here you can see the alphabet here. The alphabet here is the current one using, but if you look back to the old history of the alphabet, it is different. It's far different. But if you I have a chance to go to Bali, so I can see the language of the Bali and the old Khmer language is quite similar, because Khmer language, the root is from Sanskrit and Bali as well. So it's from the past, 10 years already. No, sorry, not 10 years, 1,000 years already. So there's some roots which is a mixing from Bali and Sanskrit. Then when I see the Sanskrit and the Bali language, it is quite similar from the Indonesia. But this is the current one that we use. Is a bit different. And we have 33 consonants with 23 vowel. The difference is that our language, a single alphabet, they have the smaller one, which is attached under the alphabet. So this is using for connecting word. For example, like T, if we put H, then English like put T and H together, where H goes to mix to T. But in Cambodia, we cannot write like that. So the H here, they have to use another one, which is the small H under the word H, then connect together. So it make the language become more complicated of writing, and the number of consonant is not just 33. So when it mixes with that, then it becomes double. And the vowel 23, but plus with some extra symbol. So I think my language is one of the most number. They have high number of alphabet if comparing to other language. And for example, like hello, in Cambodian, we said Suosday. It is common one that we can use with friends. Suosday or thank you. That you need to learn that. Okon. So it is okun for thank you, and goodbye. Goodbye is chumriep lia. Chumriep lia is goodbye, and sorry means somto. Somto means sorry. So here is some sharing with you with some the alphabet and vowel. This is the alphabet of Cambodia, like ko, 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 ngo. And as I told you, we have the one under the alphabet. Ko, they have the smaller one here. Ko, they have smaller one. Ko here. Ko, they have smaller one here. So this word is used to connect with other word. For example, like here, I want to learn Khmer. ខ្ញុំចង់រៀនភាសាខ្មែរ You look at Khmer. Khmer is a mixing with KHM before having vowel. So that's why call here, they put the under call is M. It should be M, more. More it is, we have to write different way, but this is the more under the more consonant. Then they have to put the below one. So this is the way how Cambodian word is, Cambodian language is different from other language. And this is the vowel. To share with you also, if you come to Cambodia, you can learn some word. For example, like Susday. Susday means hello. And Susday is used for what we call friends, not official, meaning not official. If for official, we like to use Chumriep Su. It is more polite and more official, especially talking to elders people. We have to use the word Chumriep Su. Chumriep Su means greeting as well. And for example, Sok Sabai Te, it is how are you? Sok Sabai Te. The word Te is just questioning like, you good or not? Then it is Sok Sabai Te. If you reply, Knyom Sok Sabai Te. Knyom means I am. Knyom Sok Sabai. Sok Sabai means good, doing good or happy. Then Okun means thank you. And another sentence, Rick Rie Dial Ban Squall Net mean nice to meet you. Nice to meet you mean Rick Rie Dial Ban Squall Net. And goodbye is Lia San Hai or Chumriep Lia. We can use for both Chumriep Lia or Lia San Hai. Chumriep Lia is more polite, especially with elders people. And the word that you should learn also is Okun, that we have to use every time and everywhere in Cambodia. And another two words that is common that you must know is yes and no. Yes, for yes in Cambodia, we have two words for male and female. Bat for male, cha for female. So female have to use the word cha always, and male use the word bat. So it is the same with Thai language, which is kap and ka. So ka means cha, kap like bat. So this is the way it is similar. For no, te. So this is no. And if you market, you may let some sentence like, how much is it, right? Then in Cambodia, we said, Dam lai pon man. Is it Dam lai pon man? If it is too expensive, or tlai pig. And for example, you want this item, Knyom Chong Ban Mui Ni. I want this item, I want this one. Knyom Chong Ban Mui Ni. Or when you eat food and delicious, like our speakers before me, that saying Aroy from Thailand. So from Cambodia, it is Chnganh Na. Chnganh means Aroy. Na means just to adding that very. Chnganh or Chnganh Na. And if you need water, is it tak, what they call tak. So sharing with you more also, how much is Tam lai pon man, yes, but and cha, no, te, please means some. We have to use the word some and then adding with other sentence. For the number 1, 2, 3 until 10, we have muay, pi, bay, buon, pram. So normally in Cambodia, the highest number is only 5. Muay, pi, bay, buon, pram. And then when it starts with 6, mean 5 plus 1, it becomes pramui. You see, pram plus with mui, then become pramui. So the highest number is only 5. And then when it's 7, it is 5 plus 2, mean prampi. And then prambai, prambuan, and then dog is 10. So in Cambodia, we like to live together as community. So we host good hospitality, and we like to live as community, helping together, market as part of the community, and family is almost the strongest value in our life in Cambodia. I think that's all from my presentation, sharing with you the Cambodian cultures. And we hope to welcome you in Cambodia as well. So hopefully one day you can come here as a visitors and living back as a friends. Okon, thank you.
Akon Dr. Sakarin for sharing Cambodia's remarkable history and culture. From mainland Southeast Asia, we now travel to East Asia. This country is recognized for its harmonious blend of traditional culture, indigenous heritage, technological innovation, breathtaking landscapes, and my favorite of all, the official birthplace of boba tea. Representing Taiwan is Mr. Jared S. de Monteverde from Iloilo State University of Fisheries, Science and Technology. Mr. Jared Monteverde is a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English student studying at ISOFIST Dingle Campus. He will deliver a presentation focusing on Taiwan, which specifically center on his appreciation of Taiwan's culture, traditions, and language. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. De Monteverde.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. So let me just share my screen. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes,
The
we can.
presentation. The presentation, ma'am, is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. So wait, let me check. Okay. So again, I would like to ask everyone if my presentation entitled Exploring Taiwan appears on the screen.
Yes, we
Okay.
can see it.
Okay, thank you. So, good day, esteemed faculty members, fellow student leaders, and distinguished guests gathered here today for the ESATU's ASEAN Month, our ASEAN Month celebration 2026. My name is Jared S. de Monteverde, taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education major and in English, and the current University Student Council President of ISOFIS Dingley Campus, representing Iloilo State University of Fisheries, Science, and Technology. It is an absolute privilege to be with you today as we celebrate ASEAN Month, a time dedicated to honoring the vibrant unity, shared heritage, and collective aspirations of our Southeast Asian community and the regional partners. Thank you so much, ESATU, for inviting me to be a part of this meaningful celebration. So this afternoon, I am thrilled to share my personal journey in Taiwan here under the ASEAN+3 Language and Culture Program. And I have here my presentation titled Exploring Taiwan, the Culture, Sustainability, and Connections. So over the course of this presentation, I want to take you beyond the surface level of tourist landmarks and dive into how language, cultural immersion, and international cooperation build lasting bridges across borders. So, at the heart of the ASEAN Charter and regional philosophy lies a fundamental principle: the unity through cultural appreciation and mutual respect. But in today's rapidly changing global landscape, I believe that is I believe that cultural appreciation must go hand in hand with environmental responsibility. So, despite not being a formal member of ASEAN, Taiwan plays a crucial role in the region's stability, economic growth, and technological landscape. It is a major trade partner. So ASEAN is Taiwan's second largest export market and second largest investment destination. And Taiwanese manufacturing giants also have invested heavily in Southeast Asia, particularly in Vietnam, Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia, if I remember it correctly, to build a resilient supply chain for electronics, textile, and green technologies. Also, for chip supply chain and security, I can share to you that Taiwanese manufacturing giants and also those specific companies produces the vast majority of the world's advanced microchips. So Southeast Asia serves as a crucial partner in the back-end assembly testing and packaging stages of semiconductor productions. And also, tens of thousands of ASEAN students attend Taiwanese universities through government-funded scholarships, creating a strong network of bilingual, skilled professionals across the region. And millions of migrant workers from ASEAN nations, such as us here from the Philippines, Indonesia, and Vietnam, to name a few, live and work in Taiwan, contributing significantly to both Taiwan's economy and their home country's GDP through their remittances. And for like the shared heritage, millions of migrant workers from ASEAN nations such as the Philippines, Indonesia, and Vietnam live and work in Taiwan, again, contributing to the economy of Taiwan. And going back, sorry, I messed up my slides. Taiwan's indigenous people share this deep Austronesian linguistic and genetic roots with the native populations of islands of Southeast Asia, including the Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia. So, to start my story, in Taiwan, allow me to say that it was my first international trip and it was one that I definitely won't forget and it definitely won't be the last. So during my Taiwan trip, I discovered a society that offers a powerful model for how rich traditions and modern environmental action can coexist. Beyond its world renowned technological innovation and economic energy, Taiwan stands out for its deep rooted cultural heritage and genuine hospitality and pioneering approach to sustainable living. So these values mirror ASEAN's vision for a resilient, environmentally conscious, and culturally interconnected future. And as student leaders, I can share to you that understanding this dynamics allows us to see how local cultural practices directly influence large-scale environmental solutions. So transformative experience for me in Taiwan was made possible when I became part of the international event. So this transformative experience was made again possible when I was elected as qualified student delegate to represent ISOFIST and the Philippines in the fourth International Student Leaders Meeting for Sustainability, or ISMLS, in Taiwan. So it is co-hosted by UI Green Metric, by Universitas Indonesia, and the National Pingtung University of Science and Technology, or NPUST. So this summit served as a global convergence point where I found myself in rooms filled with passionate youth leaders from across different continents or countries. And for us in the Philippines, in total, I believe there were 7 of us from the Philippines as student leader representatives. And I was chosen to be the representative of the whole Philippine delegation for the International Youth Declaration at that time. So that's a little bit of the background. And during that event, together we actually exchanged research, ideas, educational practices and best practices of the respective universities, presented campus based green technology solutions, and tackled pressing environmental issues. Beyond academic sessions, we were given a front row, if you say, to Taiwan's world class educational and environmental infrastructure. So we saw firsthand how universities and local government bodies collaborate to translate these green policies into actionable and campus-wide initiatives. And now let's talk about culture. So for Taiwan, so here are the photos that I have during my time in Taiwan. As you can see, I have picture with the vice president and the president of the UI Green Metric. And here's a picture of me signing the International Youth Declaration and during the discussions during the fourth ISMLS in Taiwan. And now to proceed, we have here the cultural tapestry, the roots, and parallel heritage. So, for a vibrant cultural fusion, Taiwan's culture is a rich blend of traditional Chinese roots, indigenous Austronesian heritage, along with significant Japanese and Western historical influences. So, it resonates actually with the Philippines. So, much like our multicultural history here in the Philippines, Taiwanese culture is layered and multifaceted, making the atmosphere really comforting and familiar and uniquely inspiring. So, when we talk about culture, the common thread that binds us. So, Taiwan's cultural identity is a fascinating, multi layered tapestry, if you will, and it blends with traditional Chinese heritage and Austronesian roots and also Japanese and Western influences, as what I've said earlier. And what struck me most during my stay was how instantly familiar it felt. So, as Filipinos, we come from a country with a rich multicultural history shaped by various global interactions. And because of this parallel background, stepping into Taiwan didn't feel completely foreign at all. It felt comforting and deeply resonant, seeing how Taiwanese society preserved its ancient indigenous traditions and managing modern urban growth inspired me to think about how we in ASEAN can preserve our diverse heritage as well while pursuing rapid development. And I believe that no matter how advanced a nation's infrastructure is, its true character is defined by its people. So, in the next slide, the warmth and genuine hospitality. So, Taiwanese people are very respectful and helpful. So, local Taiwanese people consistently show remarkable politeness, respect, and patience towards foreign guests. Because sometimes we get lost and we need to ask directions around. So we can really see how like respectful they are and helpful, may it be a local, a foreigner, whatever. They are really helpful to us. And during when in context of help, they are really eager in helping or for the assistance. So for eager assistance, whenever we ask for directions again or like guidance, locals actively went out of their way to ensure we reached our destination safely. And we also felt this everyday kindness, like even like just after sunrise when they go out and interact with people, from street vendors to MRT staff, from the college teacher, university teachers as well, and random strangers on the road. You can definitely feel the authentic, warm, and this everyday kindness that is deeply embedded in their daily life. So throughout our trip, we encountered actually remarkable politeness, patience, and warmth whenever we lost our way again or looked slightly confused while studying transit maps. Local strangers would actively step in, taking time out of their very busy days to guide us to our destination safely, whether it was a friendly nod from a stranger or the patient guidance of the airport staff and workers. Everyday interactions were infused with genuine kindness, and this hospitality strongly reflects our own Southeast Asian values of warmth, community, and respect for our guests. So now more on sustainability embedded in everyday life, because this is one of the great things that I actually noticed with the Taiwanese culture. So they are very into sustainability, and I hope that one day we could actually like achieve achieve as well what or the things that they achieved in terms of sustainability, because it is really nice and we could really applaud them for that, because for me it was really a wow factor. So I have here three of them here. So resource protection, strict waste separation systems, and circular economy practices conserve vital natural resources and reduce emissions daily. So we can actually really see that once we step foot in Thailand out of the airplane. We can see that there are wind turbines everywhere. There were solar panels everywhere, and also most of the vehicles there are now EVs, if they call it like that, electric vehicles, and most of their energy sources are narrow, renewable energy sources: solar, wind, and hydroelectric. And for public discipline, citizens exhibit strong civic discipline, maintaining spotlessly clean streets, public transport, and vibrant urban green spaces. Wherein, if you're there, you can just say "sana all talaga." It's really good. It's really clean. There's no pollution at all. If there is, it's very low, very minimal, and it's very clean. It's very again, as what I've said earlier, mapapasana all ka na lang talaga. And for the shared mindset, sustainability is not just a policy for them, it is a core cultural value shared across schools, businesses, and local communities because everywhere you go, sustainability is really there. So it is very commendable. And as a Filipino, I really want for us to have that kind of mindset as well and integrate it into our culture, especially now. So, one of the primary lessons I brought home from this program is that true sustainability cannot really be achieved through government legislation alone. It must become a lived cultural habit. So, in Taiwan, green practices again are integrated into every corner of daily life. Waste separation is meticulous. People routinely sort trash into precise categories at every corner, contributing to a thriving circular economy. So, public spaces, streets, and urban green parks are kept spotlessly clean due to a strong sense of collective civic discipline that stems from their very culture, even back then. Pa. So, with that, it's very nice and commendable. And even from elementary schools to corporate boardrooms, I can really see that sustainability is treated not just as an added chore, but rather a core civic responsibility. This offers as an inspiring blueprint for us, for our own communities here in the Philippines and across the ASEAN as well. And aside from those, I have also seen their infrastructure because, again, it's my first time going abroad, and the infrastructure really impressed me a lot. Like, no joke, no kidding. Complementing the civic discipline is Taiwan's advanced technological infrastructure. So here, technology and environmental management work in complete synergy. It is literally hand in hand. Coming from the Philippines, the contrast in urban infrastructure was noticeable. Taiwan utilizes smart power grids, highly efficient public transportation systems, and automated environmental monitoring systems that track air and water quality in real time. Observing these systems in operation showed me that what is possible when a country leverages innovation to protect its natural resources. It challenged me as a student leader to think critically about how we can adopt smart, eco friendly infrastructure back home here in the Philippines. So, in Taiwan, technological innovation and environmental stewardship work hand in hand to create this smart, efficient living. So compared to the Philippines, Taiwan's urban systems are noticeably more advanced, featuring smart grids again, seamless public transit, and automated eco-monitoring integrated into their everyday routine. So every step that they do, every breath that they take, if you will, it is on sustainability, and it is the commitment is really there, and I really applaud them for that. So on culture, that is the things that really stood out for me and the things that really amazed me when I stepped into Taiwan. So let's proceed to the other part of my presentation. So this is more on the vocabulary that I learned because honestly speaking, these are the four things that I usually, or the four phrases or words that I usually use when I got there, like almost every day. These are the only three because Taiwan is actually, not entirely, not all of them are English speaking people, but most of them can understand English to an extent. So that's why me, as a person who can speak Chinese or Cantonese or Mandarin, I was not that, I didn't feel pressured at all to speak complex Taiwanese language to be able to connect with them. So I have here four. I'm gonna share to you four words or phrases or vocabulary that I have learned in Taiwan. So first is ni hao or hello. So the essential universal greeting used in every single day to initiate friendly and respectful interactions with the locals. May it be our friends from other schools or other universities across Taiwan or from other countries, or the locals or even strangers. Yeah, we say ni hao to say hello respectfully to them. And next up we have is the xie, which is thank you, which we spoke constantly to express sincere gratitude to shop owners, especially when we bought stuff, especially bubble tea, as what Ma'am said earlier, because bubble tea there is great. It is the birthplace of bubble tea. Bubble tea here or the milk tea here in the Philippines is no match for their milk tea there in Taiwan. So going back to the vocabularies, so again, shishis, thank you. It is again expressed constantly to show appreciation and gratitude to the people, may it be again strangers or someone that we know. And next is buhao yisu, which is excuse me. Perhaps it is the most versatile phrase in Taiwan for me because I have used it to politely catch someone's attention when I want to converse or excuse oneself or myself in the crowds or when I'm going around by myself. I use that term or those words or like yeah the buhao yushu, and it's again as what I've said a very versatile phrase in Taiwan. It is a must to learn how to say this. And lastly, you have Mio, which means don't have or no or something that you disagree upon or there isn't. So it is an incredible practical phrase when navigating local shops and ordering foods because it translates basically to like no or like don't have or there isn't or something like that or in between those lines. And when you're disagreeing or would you like to say something again, and you can say this to answer them in that specific manner or fashion. So those are the four things that I actually want to share to you in terms of the vocabulary learned during my time in Taiwan. So I believe that making the simple effort to speak someone's native language breaks down social walls faster than any translation software ever could. So this, I really want you to remember this. So I would like to repeat it again. Again, making the simple effort to speak someone's native language breaks down social walls faster than any translation software ever could. So that is for the vocabulary learned when I was in Taiwan. But those four words is not enough, honestly speaking, for if you would like to have a full experience in Taiwan. So for me, we stayed there for almost a week, so it was great. And one of the great things that I utilized there when I utilized when I was in Taiwan is that if I can't really process, because I tend to have brain farts sometimes when I'm really tired, especially that time when I arrived at Taoyuan Airport at Taiwan. I was at Taipei, Taiwan. I was really jet lagged and tired, so my brain doesn't can't comprehend sometimes. So I just use short English words and gestures to explain myself and to ask for help from the locals. So, for example, initially relied on simple English and nonverbal hand gestures for routine exchanges. Like I can't fathom what they are currently saying or understand they are currently saying. For example, that time when I was buying something from their local mart, it is called Family Mart. If you are in Taiwan, there's a lot of Family Marts around, and I was like, I'm explaining to her that I can't speak um, Mandarin or Cantonese, if you will. And she doesn't speak, I think, in English as well, and she doesn't have any phone. So I'm just like, that one, this one, that one. Can I have that one? How much? Just like that. Short English words and gestures work fine because they're actually really good at adapting and like breaking down stuff so that they could comprehend. And if you actually do that as well, you can actually converse, even informally converse with them, and you can actually like relay the things that you want to say to them, even though you can't say or you can talk to them fluently in their own local language as well. Next is unessential during travels, translation apps. So mobile translation apps proved that vital when navigating traditional menus, signs, and store labels. Because sometimes I wanted to buy stuff and I'm not familiar with the stuff. So I'm just grabbing my phone and just scanning things and then opening the translator app and trying to see and read what this actually means. So it is as an essential if you're going to travel abroad, go download any translation app that you can and use it because it's an essential. Next is building confidence. So practicing basic Mandarin words such as those four that I presented or shared with you earlier open doors to warm smiles and instant connections with locals. So yeah, those are just basic words, but locals would really appreciate those words if you learn them and try to talk to them or integrate to your English conversations those Chinese or rather Mandarin words. And for us, we have actually have a big help. So this is some sort of shout out to my friends in Taiwan. So for local connection, we have friends that we've met in Taiwan during the fourth ISMLS as well. So local connection, meeting Jeffrey, Evan, and Cedric. So shout out to Jeffrey, Evan, and Cedric. So these people are the ones who really helped us during our Taiwan trip. So our local cultural bridge, we were fortunate to discover that one of our roommates, Jeffrey, was one of our host student and one of our host student facilitator who is named Evan were Taiwanese students who quickly became our close friends. And also Cedric, an international student at NPUSD, also became one of our friend after he served as our guide on our way back to Taoyuan Airport before our departure going back to the Philippines. So Jeffrey served as our cultural guide while visiting Pingtung, Kaohsiung, and Taipei. And Evan, on the other hand, helped us about important campus-related things at NPUSD and also Pingtung. So it is the county where NPUSD is located. And in general, they also hand in hand worked hand in hand with Jeffrey to tell us more about the culture of Taiwan, what is about this place, what's good with this place, what's bad in this place, and all of those stuff. And through these three people's or this guy's guidance, we gain genuine insights into authentic traditions, especially food and local life beyond standard tourist paths. Because if you ask me, the standard tourist paths and spots were really great, but it's much more better if you have local friends there that you can go with and talk with because things are on another level when you are with your local friends in Taiwan, I swear. And that is for our local connections in Taiwan. So a huge shout out to the three of these guys for making our Taiwan trip really good. And next we have here our last slide. So those are all the things that I would like to share with you guys. So Shishir, thank you so much for listening to my presentation for the ASEAN+3 language and culture program. So I'm gonna share this PowerPoint as well to the International Linkages Office of ISATU so that you could actually try and see as well or read the things that I have put here if you wanted to review it. So you can utilize it as well. So I think that's all. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. And I hope you can visit Taiwan as well in the future because it's really a great country to visit. So thank you so much everyone for listening and that's all for my presentation. Again, I am Jared S. de Monteverde, representing Iloilo State University of Fisheries, Science and Technology. Have a great day, guys.
Piaget, Jared, your presentation has given us a deeper understanding of Taiwan's culture and sustainable practices. Our next presentation features one of ASEAN's founding members and the world's largest archipelagic nation. This country is home to more than 17,000 islands and hundreds of ethnic groups and languages, showcases one of the richest cultural mosaics in the world. Representing Indonesia is Dr. Atik Rokyahani, head of the International Affairs Office of Universitas Mulia Kudus. Dr. Rokyahani is an Indonesian academic and lecturer at UMK, specializing in English education, grammar, and digital literacies in ELT. She earned her bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees in English education from Universitas Negeri Semarang. Her professional portfolio highlights extensive research and community service focused on technology integration, ICT based media, and project based learning in English language teaching. Additionally, she has shared her academic insights globally through numerous oral presentations at national and international conferences. Her active scholarly output also includes a substantial record of peer reviewed journal publications spanning discourse analysis, educational technology, and professional development. The virtual floor is yours, Dr. Rob Hayani.
Yeah, thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes. Yeah, okay, thank you. All right. Thank you very much for the time given to me. Thank you. Is that you? It's a great honor for me to be here to be one of the speakers in the ASEAN+3 language and culture program. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ati Rohayani. I'm from Universitas Muria Kudus, Indonesia. It is very special occasion. I would like to discuss and share my experience about cultural etiquette and communication in Indonesia. Okay, my presentation will cover 4 points. Yeah, the first is country overview and cultural foundations. The second is basic greetings and polite expressions. The third is self-introduction and social interaction. And then the last will be about everyday conversational phrases. Okay, let's start from the first. So let me give you a brief overview about Indonesia. So, Indonesia has more than 17,000 islands, and the population Indonesia has over 200 million people. Okay. And then for the languages, Indonesia has more than 700 languages because in every area, in every province, the Indonesia, so we have different languages, we have different accent, we have different dialect. And then for the international language in Indonesia, we have Bahasa Indonesia. So for the mother tongue or first language is the language that is from each area or province, but for the national language, we have Bahasa Indonesia. Okay, and then for the cultural diversity, as we know that Indonesia has many provinces, many islands. In Indonesia, we have the term Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. Bhinneka Tunggal Ika means unity in diversity because we have different cultural backgrounds, we have different religious, we have different beliefs. So Indonesia is unity in diversity. Okay, and then in Indonesia, the politeness is very essential among the people. We used to communicate in direct style, yeah. And then for among Indonesian, we have mutual cooperation, or in Indonesia, we call it as gotong royong. So mutual cooperation, and then we share the work together, we cooperate with other people. And then for the communication, Indonesian tend to maintain face to preserve harmony and dignity. Okay, and then among Indonesia, we also respect age and status. When we communicate or when we talk to elder, we usually address by using Bapak or Ibu for elder. Because in Indonesia, harmony or rukun is the key in the interaction, in the communication. So we respect age, we respect status, especially for elder people. Okay, and then for the next slide, I will talk about non-verbal communication practice. Yeah, so when we when we talk or when we communicate to other people, Indonesians tend to always smile to others. So it means that we show friendliness. Yeah, sometimes when we meet to strangers, so we also smiles. Yeah, to know that, to show that our friendliness to other people. And then we tend to use moderate eye contact, and we use right hand. Indonesian tend to use right hand. For example, when we give things to other people, so we use right hand instead of left hand. It is used to show that respect to others, so we use right hand. And then silence, in silence situation, Indonesian use for thinking and respect to other people. So those are the nonverbal communication. And then we move to BIPA, Bahasa Indonesia bagi penutur asing. So BIPA is Bahasa Indonesia for foreigners. So when foreigners live in Indonesia, they study or learn Bahasa Indonesia. Yeah, so we call it as BIPA, Bahasa Indonesia for foreigners. It is my experience in my university. So I'm from English Education Department, but I also teach Bahasa Indonesia for my international students, because in my university we have some international students from several countries. They are from Thailand, from Timor-Leste, from Kazakhstan, from Morocco, from Yemen, Pakistan, Sudan. Yeah, so they don't know Bahasa Indonesia. And when they came to Indonesia, they came to my university, they have to learn Bahasa Indonesia. That's why it's called BIPA, Bahasa Indonesia for Foreigners. All right. So this very special occasion, I would like to discuss about basic greetings and polite expressions in Bahasa Indonesia. Okay, in greetings, in Bahasa Indonesia, we say selamat pagi for good morning. Selamat pagi. In Philippines, magandang umaga. But in Indonesia, selamat pagi. And then for afternoon, like now, we say selamat siang. And then for example, another occasion at 5 p.m. At 5 p.m., we say selamat sore. But in the evening, we greet someone by using selamat malam. Selamat malam means good evening. And then next, how are you? How are you? In Indonesia, bagaimana kabarmu? Bagaimana kabarmu? And then, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. In Indonesia, senang bertemu denganmu. Nice to meet you. Senang bertemu denganmu. So, those are the expressions of greeting. So, like we are now, in Indonesia, it is 2:35 p.m. In Philippines, 3:35 p.m. So we can say selamat sore or selamat siang. Okay, yeah, that's greeting. Okay, and then polite expression. Yeah, polite expression and courtesy maker. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you in bahasa Indonesia is terima kasih. Yeah, terima kasih. Yeah. And then when we say terima kasih, and then the response from the hearer or from the listener is sama-sama. Yeah, sama-sama. Or you're welcome. Yeah, so when I say terima kasih, and then the response, yeah, the other people respond by saying sama-sama. Okay, and then the next is sorry. Ya, sorry in bahasa Indonesia, maaf. Ya, maaf. Excuse me in bahasa Indonesia, permisi. And then, please in bahasa Indonesia is tolong. So those are the polite expressions in bahasa Indonesia. So when you come to Indonesia someday, so you will easily find the people use polite expressions like this. Ya, terima kasih, sama-sama, maaf, permisi, and tolong. Yeah, okay, next. Yeah, as I stated before that Indonesian respect to others, especially for elders, for teachers, and also for professionals. We address elders by using Bapak or Pa for men. And then for women, Ibu or Bu, just like me. Yeah, I'm female and everyone can call me Ibu Ati or Bu Ati. Yeah, okay. And then the next is for older peers or siblings. Yeah, we address by using kakak. Yeah, and then yeah, in academia setting or in professional settings, yeah, we use pak, bu, and then followed by their name or title. Like my example, you can call me Ibu Ati or Bu Ati. Yeah, okay, yeah, so that is addressing elders. Okay, and then next, self-introduction and social interaction in Bahasa Indonesia. Okay, so in Bahasa Indonesia, when we meet the new people, yeah, so we introduce ourselves. Yeah, in English, we say, my name is Ati. Yeah, in English, my name is Ati. In Indonesia, we can say, nama saya Ati. Ya, nama saya Ati. And then, I'm from, yeah, okay. In Indonesia, we usually address the people by using first name. Yeah, so my complete name is Ati Rohayani, and many people call me Ati. Yeah, but it's okay when other people call me Rohayani. Yeah, but in Indonesia, we usually call the people by using first name, but not all. Yeah, many. Yeah, many Indonesian people use first name. Okay, so in introduction, nama saya Ati. Yeah, my name is Ati. And then I am from Indonesia. Saya dari Indonesia. Saya means I. Yeah, saya means I. Okay, and then I live in Kudus. So Kudus is one of the cities in Central Java province. Okay, so in bahasa Indonesia, saya tinggal di Kudus. Saya tinggal di Kudus. I live in Kudus. Yeah, so that's a basic introduction. So mentioning the name, mentioning the address, and yeah, name, and then originality or address. Ya, oke. Nama saya dari, dan saya tinggal di bla bla bla. Oke, and then next is introducing affiliation and nationality. Okay, so I am a student at, for example, my university. I am a student at Muria Kudus University. So student in bahasa Indonesia is mahasiswa. So saya mahasiswa di Universitas Muria Kudus. Yeah, saya means I. Okay, and then the second, I am a lecturer at Muria Kudus University. Yeah, I am a lecturer at Muria Kudus University. Lecturer in bahasa Indonesia is dosen. Ya, so saya dosen di Universitas Muria Kudus. Ya, so again, I means saya, student, mahasiswa, lecturer, dosen. And then I work at a bank, for example. I work at a bank. Saya bekerja di bank. Then I come from Indonesia. I come from Indonesia. Saya berasal dari Indonesia. Yeah, so this is introducing affiliation and nationality. Yeah, so we usually discuss about a job, about nationality to other people. Okay, next. Okay, then asking basic personal information. Yeah, asking basic personal information. So when you come to Indonesia, and then Indonesian people ask you some questions, some basic personal information. Yeah, so we want to know your name. Yeah, we want to know your name. What is your name? Yeah, what is your name? In bahasa Indonesia, we can say, siapa nama kamu? Ya, siapa nama kamu? Okay, then next, where are you from? Where are you from? Kamu dari mana? And then, what's your job? What's your job? Apa pekerjaan kamu? Ya, apa pekerjaan kamu? And then, where do you live? Kamu tinggal di mana? So, in bahasa Indonesia, ya, I means saya, you means kamu. Ya, I, saya, you, kamu. Okay, so that is basic personal information. So we usually teach basic personal information for the beginning of the students who are still, a few days in Indonesia. Okay, so they study basic bahasa Indonesia. Okay, the next is common classroom expressions. Yeah, common classroom expressions. So when we teach in the classroom, yeah, and we communicate with our students. Yeah, so the student can say, I want to ask a question. Yeah, I want to ask a question. In bahasa Indonesia, we say, saya ingin bertanya. Saya ingin bertanya. Okay, then I don't understand yet. Ya, saya belum paham. Saya belum paham. Okay, next, can you repeat? Ya, can you repeat? Bisa diulang. Ya, next, please ask. Ya, silakan bertanya. Is it clear? Is it clear? Apakah jelas? So these expressions are used in the teaching and learning in the classroom. Okay, so classroom expressions. Okay, the next. Next, we move to academic interaction. And politeness. Yeah, academic interaction and politeness. Because when we use expressions to communicate, yeah, we use polite language. So in English, we say, excuse me, I want to ask. Ya, in bahasa Indonesia, we say, maaf, saya ingin bertanya. Okay, then next, in my opinion, in bahasa Indonesia, menurut saya. Then maybe, maybe in bahasa Indonesia we say mungkin. And then I agree. I agree. Saya setuju. I disagree. Saya tidak setuju. Okay. So next. Next, everyday conversational phrases. Everyday conversational phrases. In daily use conversation. Daily use conversation between friend to friend. How are you? Apa kabar? How are you? Apa kabar? Then we respond by saying, saya baik-baik saja. I'm fine. I'm fine. Saya baik-baik saja. I'm fine. Okay, the next, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sedang apa? What are you doing? Sedang apa? And then, where are you doing? Where? Kemana? Mau kemana? Where are you doing? Mau kemana? So that is daily use conversation, maybe between friend to friend or between child to mother or between siblings. Okay, in daily use conversation. Okay, and the next, numbers. Numbers and a simple transaction. Okay, so I will teach you about numbers in Bahasa Indonesia. One, satu. I think these numbers, almost or maybe have similar with Philippines language. Okay. One, satu. Ada two, dua, three, tiga, four, empat, five, lima, six, enam, seven, tujuh, eight, delapan, nine, sembilan, and 10, 10. Okay, those are in Bahasa Indonesia. Okay, then next, 100. 100 in Bahasa Indonesia, 100. 1000 in Bahasa Indonesia, 1000. In the simple transaction, in simple transaction, how much is it? How much is it? Berapa harganya? How much is it? Berapa harganya? To expense also have mahal. Okay, and then could it be cheaper? Could it be cheaper? Bisa lebih murah. I think Philippines also have murah. So Indonesia, Bahasa Indonesia and Philippines, almost, or maybe some words are similar, like mahal, murah. Okay, so that is numbers and simple transactions. Okay, next, asking for directions and help. Okay, where is it? Di mana? Di mana? How to get to? Bagaimana cara, how to get to the library, misalnya, how to get to the library, bagaimana cara ke library is perpustakaan. Okay, please help me. Tolong bantu saya. Help. Asking for help. Please help me. Tolong bantu saya. Could you please help me? Bisakah membantu? Okay. Then for asking for direction, go straight. Go straight. Lurus saja. Lurus saja. Turn left. Turn left. Belok. Belok kiri. Ya, left means kiri. Turn right. Belok kanan. Ya, so kiri is left. Kanan is right. Okay. And then next. Yeah, expressing gratitude or apologies. Yeah. Okay. When we say thank you, ya in bahasa Indonesia, terima kasih. Ya, terima kasih. Thank you very much. Terima kasih banyak. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. The response from thank you, sama-sama. Yeah, and then sorry, maaf. Yeah, okay. So those are the basic language or basic communication in Bahasa Indonesia. Terima kasih. Thank you very much.
Terima kasih, Dr. Ati, for that enriching presentation. Our ASEAN journey continues with another nation known for its resilience and cultural pride. This country is where ancient traditions harmoniously coexist with rapid modernizations. It is celebrated for its rich history, breathtaking landscapes, enduring cultural heritage, and coffee. Representing Vietnam is Mr. Alex Adrian Tanan from Iloilo Science and Technology University. He is a licensed professional teacher. He graduated cum laude with a Bachelor of Elementary Education degree in 2023, where he also earned multiple leadership and graduate honors. His diverse professional background includes working as a call center agent, event host, Sunday school teacher, and international exchange teacher in Vietnam. Currently, he is a kindergarten teacher, a licensure exam review lecturer, and a graduate student pursuing a Master of Arts in Education. Mr. Tanan, the virtual floor is yours.
Good afternoon. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So again, Ciao Boy Chu, or good afternoon. Toy Tenla Alex Adrian Tanan. And today, I will be sharing to all of you my experience in Vietnam. So I have here my title, Sea Teacher, Connecting Cultures Through Learning and Experience. Again, my name is Alex Adrian Bolivar Tanan, and I am a Sea Teachers Exchange student of Dong Thap University, Cao City, Dong Thap Province, Vietnam. And I am also a proud alumnus of Batch 2023 of Iloilo Science and Technology University. Okay, now I will be sharing to you now my experiences as a exchange student teacher. My experience as an exchange student teacher at Dong Thap, Cao City, Vietnam, at Future Primary School has been enjoyable, memorable, and full of learning. I was assigned to teach mathematics to grade 3 students. On my first day of teaching, I felt a mix of nervousness and excitement, but I quickly established a strong relationship with my students. I began the class with an energizer activity that left them amazed, and some students were initially shy, but I encouraged them to dance and participate. Afterward, I established classroom rules to ensure a smooth teaching and learning experience. I was impressed by how well the students recited as they raised their hands in a proper manner. I made sure to incorporate interactive elements into my lessons through varied teaching strategies, aligning my objectives with activities and assessments. And also, communication and understanding pose challenges due to language barriers. But my supervisor actively translated, ensuring a smooth flow of discussion. To maintain student interest, I introduced a strategy where everyone could participate. I taught them different types of clubs as a way to complement those who answered correctly. And the students thoroughly enjoyed it. Additionally, I utilized visual aids to enhance my teaching and promote class participation. And overall, the students were highly engaged when different teaching strategies were employed. In addition, also, with us, now we are two from ESATU and also from the Capiz State University. There are five of them, and seven of us are as an exchange student teacher last 2023. Now let us proceed to their culture and tradition as well as their foods. So in the picture you seen there, the Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, and Laos. So in Dongtap University, there are students also from a different country or from the Southeast Asia, like from Laos and Thailand. Now, I was also impressed by the warm and accommodating nature of the Vietnamese people. From the moment we arrived in Vietnam, we were greeted with smiles and excitement by the Vietnamese students. Vietnam and the Philippines share commonalities in terms of people and culture, and I truly appreciated the kindness shown to us, especially by our bodies and the administrators of Dongtap University who supported us throughout our Simeo journey. It was a memorable experience that I feel compelled to share with others. The way they treated us made us feel comfortable as if we are still in the Philippines. And also, I am grateful for the relationships that I built with Vietnamese buddies who guide us through our journey. And also, with their help and generosity, we were able to explore the city of Kowloon and Dong Thap province. The kindness shown to us made our stay more comfortable and enjoyable. I was also able to impart my knowledge and share new things with my Vietnamese friends, especially with my students at Future School. I hope that during my short stay in Vietnam, I was able to ignite a love for learning in my students, inspire them, and touch their lives. This opportunity also has broadened my horizons and reinforced my dedication to educate and make positive impact in the lives of others through values and characters. It has given me the hope that nothing is impossible as long as we are dedicated to our passion and possess the courage to transform lives. And also, Vietnam has a rich and diverse culture shaped by thousands of years of history, Chinese influence, indigenous traditions, French colonial heritage, and strong family values. Its customs also reflect respect, harmony, hospitality, and pride in its national identity. Now, as you can see here, one of my favorite foods here is the banh mi. Banh mi is a French-inspired sandwich. Also, see here a lot of, so it's like bak choy here in Iloilo City. And also the different kinds of food outside in their market. And also one of my favorite foods there is a komta, means a broken rice with grilled meat. And also, the future school the school comprised different teaching programs that enable the students to be globally competitive and nurtured in the field of education. The School of the Future focuses on building a strong team of teachers, staff, and administrators, and also have a high professional qualifications rich in experience, enthusiasm, and contributing effectively to the fulfillment of the school commitments that regarding the quality of teaching and learning. In addition, they also uses English and German as a second languages in their teaching. But Vietnamese is still used as part of their communication. Thus, the school ensures that students are able to adapt to different educational systems, with the help of their culture as part of their identity. And also they have their rich also in religion, and also Vietnam is religiously diverse. They have their common beliefs that includes ancestor worship, Buddhism, Catholicism, folk religions, Confucianism values, and Taoist influences. And many homes have family altars where ancestors are honored, and also the worship ancestor worship is one of their strongest traditions. Now, as what you can see here, to get with me is the Vietnam or the Dong Thap University administrator, and also our bodies, and also their bodies has our bodies has also the opportunity to have and to be an exchange student also here in Iloilo City or in the Philippines. Some of them were deployed at Guimaras State University and also in the Luzon area. So with me here, we are deployed here. It's our first day of our observation in the future primary school. And one of the goals or the future school, they are more on the nursery or toddlers, that they more on teaching toddlers, and as well as in high school from nursery to grade 8. And now, as we have here, of the vicinity of their school, the Dongtap University, and some of my students. And also I have also encountered and met Filipino teachers from Luzon here in our stay, or that teaches also in the primary or in the future primary school. They are also rich in some historical features or places. And here with my students, they're doing their activity. I'm teaching them mathematics or statistics. And here another, this is the school map. And I was not able to took the picture, some of the areas, but this is the area. They are more on the buildings. And also, motorcycles are the primary mode of transportation in many cities. And also, we have the bus. The bus arrives at only before or 30 minutes after that one. Will have their, they call it a public bus, so that students, it means of their transportation going to their market or to their malls, and also to the Dongtap University. And Dongtap University is one of the prestigious public school in Dongtap province located in Kowloon City. Okay, here is some of the tradition or the places that we've visited together with the administrator of the Dongtap University. Okay, with me also is the Capiz State University students or the exchange student teachers as well. Okay, now here are some of the Vietnam basic words that I have learned. Here we have hello, meaning xin chào, hi chào. Chào boy sang, that means good morning. Chào boy chu means good afternoon. Chào boy tui, that's good evening. Tạm biệt, meaning goodbye. Cảm ơn means goodbye, or I mean thank you. And Kongku ji means you're welcome. And Lam on, please. And Sin Loi means sorry, same with excuse me. Now, we have here also their numbers from 1 to 10 that I have mastered also, because once you master the numbers or the Vietnam words in Vietnam numbers, you are able also to have their currency or their money. Now, we have here counting numbers 1 up to 10. You have Mot, Hai, Ba, Bon, Nam, Sao, Bai, Tam, Chin, Moi. Meaning each letter has different intonation and meaning. As what you have observed here, there's some of the intonation, meaning it's also different meaning. Although they are in the same word, but each word has this different meaning as well. And here, Vietnam cultures beautifully blends ancient traditions with modern life. Respect for family, education, ancestors, and community that remains at the heart of Vietnamese society. Make it one of the Southeast Asia's richest and most welcoming cultures. And also in regards with their languages and their basic words, I was able to communicate with the locals in Vietnam by using simple English, learning some of a few basic Vietnamese words and phrases, like their greetings, and using also translation apps. Especially me, when I'm going to buy a food, I am using a Google Lens in order for me to translate the words or the meaning. And also, I greeted people with Xin Chao, means hello, and also express my gratitude by saying thank you or come on, and use polite expressions such as please or lam on and sin loy, excuse me or sorry. And I also spoke slowly and clearly, and also using hand gestures or pictures to help explain what I wanted, and smiled to have respect and friendliness. Many locals also appreciated the effort to speak their language, which made conversations more comfortable and enjoyable. These simple communication strategies also help me or help us to interact effectively with people and better understand Vietnamese culture. Now, one takeaway that I have learned is that we are united in diversity, connected by respect. Now, I'm gonna leave you this quote: by doing what we love, we inspire and awaken the hearts of others. Different languages may shape our words, but shared values unite our hearts. When we embrace different cultures, discover that our differences make the world more beautiful. Thank you so much and have a nice day and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tanan. As we conclude the presentations from ASEAN member states, we now welcome our ASEAN Dialogue partner countries. Our first ASEAN Dialogue partner presentation takes us to Hong Kong, a city where Eastern traditions and Western influences blend to create a vibrant center for commerce, arts, and innovation. Representing Hong Kong is Mr. Jaron Perez Garganera, a Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management alumnus from the University of Antique. Please welcome Mr. Garganera.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, mabuhay. Allow me to share my screen. And there you go. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, loud and clear.
Okay. Ni hao. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Zordan Perez Garganera from the University of Antique, Philippines. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to ESETU for inviting me in the ASEAN+3 Language and Culture program, headed, of course, by your university president, Dr. Gabriel M. Salestre Jr. Back when I was in college, I was given the chance to undergo my internship under the Student Internship Abroad Program, or SIAP. As a tourism student, given this chance did not only open bigger professional opportunities for me in the tourism and hospitality industry, but it opened my eyes and my mind to the culture, the food, the language, and the vibrant people of Hong Kong. During my 6 months internship at W Hotel Hong Kong, a luxury five-star Marriott property, I had the privilege to meet and serve guests from all over the world, Asia, America, Europe, and beyond. I work alongside individuals with vastly different backgrounds and cultures. But what truly captured my heart was the local culture and the local people of Hong Kong. On my very first day, I experienced culture shock. You know why? First, because people do not care. In a world where we often worry about what others might think, Hong Kong was a breath of fresh air. People do not care what you wear or what you look like on the outside. They love bold fashion. Someone could walk down the busy street of Tsim Cha Tsui wearing a bright neon green shirt with chunky sneakers or just a complete casual wear, and nobody bats eye on you. No one stares, no one whispers, and no one will gonna judge you. People there are focused on their own path, their own goals, and their own lives. You can walk into a high-end mall or hop on the MTR train dressed in your most unique, authentic style, and you are completely accepted. That level of freedom gave me so much confidence. It taught me that when you stop worrying about external judgment, you can focus fully on growing, serving others, and truly being yourself. Second is the English reality check. Before going to Hong Kong, I thought that as long as I sounded fluent and eligible in English, like a native speaker, I would have zero problems communicating, most especially in the hotel where I underwent my internship. But I was completely wrong. Even working in a world-class five-star hotel, I quickly realized that many of my local coworkers and fellow trainees spoke very little English or none at all. This wasn't about judgment. It was simply the reality of living and working in a non-English first environment. Complex vocabulary and fancy accent did not work. Instead, I had to master the art of using simple, clear words combined with body language, hand gestures, and expressive sign language just to get our daily operation done. Outside the hotel, it was even more real. Every month, I would visit the local supermarket and the bustling wet market in Yau Ma Tei to buy my groceries and other supplies. Trying to find specific cooking ingredients was an absolute mission for me. Half the time, even Google Translate couldn't accurately translate what I was looking for. I found myself pointing, miming action, and using basic Cantonese phrases just to buy meat and vegetable. That humbling experience stripped away my ego and taught me a priceless lesson. Through communication isn't about showing off how fluent your English is. It's about finding a genuine way to connect, understand, and be understood, no matter what tools or gesture it takes. The third one is learning the local tongue. Because of these real world challenges, I realized that relying solely on English wasn't enough. Language is the ultimate bridge to connect with locals. I decided to immerse myself and to pick up essential Cantonese phrases that transform my daily interaction. Like, for example, ni hao, which is hello, umgoy, which is thank you or excuse me. This is very essential if you are asking help. And of course, doje, which is thank you very much. Uh, this is used when you receive gift or a, just a thoughtful gesture. Adapting to this fast-paced environment and learning to communicate beyond language barrier taught me flexibility, patience, and cultural intelligence. The SIA program did not just make me a better tourism professional, it made me a confident global citizen. Fourth, my best experience, the culinary and yomcha. If you ask me what my absolute favorite experience was, hands down, it was diving into Hong Kong's food scene, especially the culture of yamcha or drinking tea, as someone who really loved to drink tea and eat dim sum. In Hong Kong, food isn't just about sustenance, it's a lifestyle and a love language. Sitting down with my colleague after a hectic hotel shift to share steaming basket of siomai or pork dumplings, hargo or shrimp dumplings, and of course, a warm egg tart brought us together like family. And food broke down every single language barrier that we have that time. Fifth is, of course, the best Hong Kong culture, the efficiency that meets the community. The best cultural takeaway for me was witnessing how Hong Kong perfectly balanced ultra fast efficiency with deep communal warmth. On the surface, the city moves at light speed from the seamless empty earth train to the rapid pace of service. But beneath that, but beneath that past-faced exterior is a culture rooted in resilience, respect, and helping one another. Once a local colleague see that you are eager to learn or respect their tradition, they take you under their wing, support you, and treat you like one of their own. Six, and lastly, is the world-class public and medical services. Another aspect of Hong Kong that truly amazed me was how remarkably well organized their government and public system are. Whether it was processing administrative documents or just getting around the city, everything ran like a clockwork with minimal bureaucracy. Even more impressive is their public health care. Hong Kong's medical service are world class and highly efficient, incredibly clean, accessible, and they're deeply respectful of patient. Knowing that you are living in a city where public health and civil order are prioritized give you a complete sense of safety and a peace of mind as an overseas trainee. It sets a gold standard for what a public service and a healthcare should look like. Stepping out of my comfort zone and immersing myself in Hong Kong taught me that through growth never happens when you play it safe. The SIA program did not just give me a 6 months of international hotel experience, but it stripped away my fear of the unknown. It taught me patience, adaptability, deep cultural intelligence, and the confidence to stand whenever in the world and say, I belong there. To every student and aspiring global professional in this Zoom, when an opportunity comes to step into an unfamiliar world, grab it with your both hands, embrace the culture shock, laugh when you mess up the language, eat the local food, and let the culture stretch your perspective. As the renowned author Maya Angelou beautifully wrote, perhaps travel cannot prevent biography, but by demonstrating that all people cry, laugh, eat, worry, and die, it can introduce the idea that if we try and understand each other, we may even become friends. My 6 months in Hong Kong proved that despite our different languages, origins, and background, we share the same heart. When you take the time to listen, learn, and appreciate one another culture, strangers become team members and co-workers become lifelong friends. Thank you very much, and Doje.
Thank you very much, Mr. Garganeta. Our final destination today is a country admired for preserving centuries old traditions while leading the world in technology and innovation. Representing Japan is Miss Sophia Gwyneth Andres, a Bachelor of Science in Psychology alumna from Philomer Christian University. She graduated as a magna cum laude in psychology from the same university, focusing on human behavior, cross cultural relations, and ethical innovation. For academic excellence and leadership qualities, her a role as a student representative at the 5-day ACUCA student camp in Japan. She will be delivering an engaging presentation focused entirely on the country of Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sofia Gwyneth B. Andres.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Ma'am Dessa. Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
So, is my screen visible to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so once again, good day, everybody. To those present here at this celebration, the faculty, the students, the guests, I am here today to share my wonderful experience in Japan. But first, I want to start with a confession. Before last year, the idea of traveling internationally was completely alien to me. The trip to Japan was my first ever international travel. I did not know what to do. I didn't have a passport, and I suck at paperwork. One day, a message popped up in the chat room asking who was interested in joining. And without a thought, or even a passport, I reached out. The Association of Christian Universities and Colleges in Asia, or AKUKA, is an international organization centered in promoting Christianity in different endeavors. Looking back on last year when I joined, I unknowingly entered the once in a lifetime experience that became a defining milestone in my college journey. The days I spent in Kyoto, Japan, representing our university, and the Philippines as a student delegate gave me perception, insight, and treasured memories. Now, when most people think of Japan, they picture two completely different worlds. On one hand, you have futuristic neon lights, bullet trains, high tech robotics, and vending machines on every corner. And as the famous saying goes, Japan is living in the future. On the other hand, you picture silent wooden temples, quiet stone gardens, and centuries of preserved heritage. When I set foot in Kyoto, the ancient capital of Japan for over 1,000 years, where these historical sites are mostly seen, I realized something profound. Japan does not choose between its past and future, it honors both. The theme of our camp at the time was Christianity and AI, faith, environment, and human well being. Over 100 of delegates from all over Asia gathered to wrestle with how technology affects our morality, social lives, and spiritual grounding. And of course, our camp was not just about academic lectures and policy debates in super duper cold and quiet conference halls. Some of the most profound cultural lessons happened in the quiet spaces of our excursions, our lunch breaks, and our mundane in betweens. As we walked and talked in the city of Kyoto, sharing the same appreciation and amusement. Walking down its streets, you will see the old Buddhist temple or a traditional wooden machiya townhouse sitting right next to a modern corporate office, tall buildings, or convenience store. For example, just in Kyoto, we see the Fushimi Inari Shrine, the Byorin Temple, also the Kyoto Tower, and the place where I was able to make most of my Japan trip memorable, the Doshiha University. The Doshiha University was founded in Kyoto in 1875 by Joseph Hardy Nishima. Until 1873, Christianity was still banned all throughout Japan. Looking back, there could not have been a more fitting location for this discussion other than Kyoto. Kyoto is a place where tradition meets innovation. It is where history is respected and treasured. We didn't just look at Japanese culture from a distance, rather, we lived it. During our excursions, we had a chance to experience making authentic matcha, the Japanese tea ceremony known as sado or chado. It is a highly ritualized practice that emphasizes mindfulness and hospitality. Every moment, how you hold the whisk, how you pour the hot water, the time of harvesting the green tea leaves, and how you present the bowl is done with absolute presence and grace. Sado is not simply about making or drinking matcha. It is a lifelong practice focused on awareness, hospitality, and presence. The word do in chado or sado means way or path, which appears in many Japanese arts such as judo, kendo, or shodo. However, in this context, the do does not refer to a destination, but to a process of continuous learning. At the heart of Sado lies omotenashi. It is a Japanese concept that embodies the essence of Japanese hospitality. Now, this philosophy emphasizes careful attention to detail and mutual respect. It is when the host anticipates guests' needs without expecting anything in return. The reason why tea ceremonies still matter in Japan, it is because modern Japan is fast-paced, digital, and constantly connected, especially in the cities. For many Japanese people, the tea ceremony offers a pause from everyday business, a structured moment of calm, and a form of human connection that does not rely on conversation, rather, a nostalgic tradition. That is why Sado remains a meaningful and relevant cultural practice in the contemporary life. Further into my adventure in Japan is the historic temples that I was once looking through my phone screen were now in front of me. Walking through these old centuries wooden structures, you don't just see history, you feel it. We went to the Shokoji Temple. So this temple is the headquarters of the Shokokoji school of the Renzai sect of Buddhism and includes over 100 sub-temples all over Japan. We have the Kamogawa River, which is flowing through Kyoto. It is a 31-kilometer cultural and recreational landmark, offering scenic beauty, historical significance, and a vibrant local life. We also went to the Fushimi Inari Taisha, which is a historic Shinto shrine in Kyoto. It is famous for its thousands of vermilion torii gates and dedication to Inari. So, Inari is a deity of rice, agriculture, and business prosperity. Here in Fushimi Inari Taisha, we also have Senbun Tori, or translated to as thousands of Tori gates. So the Torii gates along the entire trail are donations. It is actually donations by individuals and companies, which is interesting because you will find a donator's name and the date of the donation inscribed in the back of each gate. Now we have the fox statue or kitsune, which means fox. At Inari shrines, foxes are traditionally understood as messengers of Inari Okami, a kami associated with rice, prosperity, and in the modern context, the well being of businesses and household. We also got to go to the Byodo-in Temple. It is a Buddhist temple in Oji, Kyoto Prefecture, originally built in 998 as a countryside villa, which was then converted into a temple in 1052 by Fujiwara no Yorimichi. It is most iconic for its Phoenix Hall. And of course, one thing we cannot left out is the food. We ate and ate and ate a lot, from hot bowls of ramen to trying local Japanese sweets food in Japan. Food is one of the things that made my experience memorable. And of course, when the food is good, we acknowledge it. We proudly say it. And the Japanese people would express this by saying uishi or delicious. Food is a universal language. Whenever we ate at local eateries, simply eating, smiling, and acknowledging the taste of the food, we tell the chef or the shop owner, uishi, and then the shop owner would be delighted that the foreigners are actually enjoying their food. Now, we also say arigato gozaimasu, which means thank you. So in Japan, saying this with a slight bow means the same as the Filipinos, salamat. I have said this before to train conductors, hotel staffs, street vendors, and convenience store clerks, and of course, the friends I made along the way. Arigato already means thank you, but when you add gozaimasu to it, it is the polite way of saying thank you in Japan. Next is sumimasen, or excuse me, or I'm sorry. Now, this might be the most useful word in all Japan. Sumimasen is like a magic word. You use it to excuse yourself when walking past someone in a crowded train, or to catch the waiter's attention, or to apologize if you accidentally bump into someone. It just shows instant humility and consideration. We also have konnichiwa, which means hello, and gomenasai, which means I'm sorry. Simple greetings, these are the things that broke the ice immediately when striking up a conversation. Japanese people are actually proud and amused whenever someone knows how to speak a little bit of Japanese. These simple greetings are important in striking up conversations, and trying to converse in their native language is actually a sign of respect and appreciation of their culture as well. But here's the thing, what happens when your basic vocabulary runs out? That is where we communicate nonverbally through our body language. And I believe that as long as you are pure of heart, you're good to go. I remember negotiating shops, asking for directions, or when I was buying souvenirs. When my words failed, I used a mix of exaggerated hand gestures, warm smile and translation apps on my phone, and polite bowing. During our cultural night, delegates from all over Asia brought their traditions together. Of course, the Philippine delegation proudly showcased our own local music, traditional dances, and probably just a tad bit of role playing, where my Filipino friend even delivered his best budots dance move. I am still proud of our performance until today. Later that night, the Japanese students taught us a traditional Japanese exercise that almost every Japanese student knows. All of us danced that. On the stage, there we were, just a room full of sweat drenched, exhausted students from India, Philippines, Indonesia, Taiwan, and beyond, dancing in unison, or probably not in unison, but we were definitely enjoying and laughing while thinking to ourselves, when is this dance going to end? Because we were like exercising until 9 p.m. We also had a delegate from India who sang a self composed Christian song in her native language. We couldn't understand a single word she sang, but every person in that hall felt and understood the emotion, faith, and spirit she was trying to convey using her voice. That night taught me a lesson that I will never forget. Language barriers only exist if you view language as the only way to connect. Those moments in Kyoto made me reflect on the famous story of the Tower of Babel. In the Bible, humanity tried to build a tall tower to reach the heavens, but that project was disrupted when their languages were confused and they scattered. Looking at my time in Japan, I realized something. Maybe it was because they were trying to build a path out of pride rather than connection. Instead of trying to build tall towers to stand above others, our generation needs to start building genuine connection with one another. Connection so deep and a bond so strong that no language barrier or cultural difference or even a technological shift can break them. After all, I believe that how well we understand others, it does not depend on how many words we know, but it depends on how much you are willing to care for one another. So, to the students listening here today, I encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. Do not let the fear of paperworks or the unfamiliarity of the unknown hold you back. Apply for exchange programs, participate in inter university dialogues, engage with international communities, and ask the big questions facing our generation. You do not need to wait until graduation to make an impact or to become a global citizen. Your voice, your values, your ethics, and your leadership, all of these are needed right now. Kyoto gave me lessons in culture, a clearer vision for the future, and friendship that I will carry with me for a lifetime. That is why I am forever grateful to Philomere Christian University, to Ma'am Jane, and to Akuka, and to Isat Yu for this opportunity that was given to me to experience and share this to all of you. So, to everybody, domo arigato gozaimasu and mabuhay!
Arigato gozaimasu, Miss Andres. Every culture has a unique story to tell, and Japan has certainly inspired us with its blend of tradition and modernity. Ladies and gentlemen, let us once again give all of our presenters a virtual round of applause. Today, we have journeyed across ASEAN and its dialogue partner countries without leaving our homes. Each presentation has deepened our appreciation for the languages, traditions, and cultures that enrich our region. More importantly, they remind us that despite our diversity, we are united by our shared commitment to friendship, cooperation, and mutual understanding. To synthesize the valuable insights we have gained from today's cultural exchange, let us hear the response from Mr. Carl Vincent Manjares, Senator, Department of External Affairs, ECU Student Republic.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, I would like to give my utmost appreciation to everyone who have shared their experiences and the culture of their countries. After hearing these meaningful experiences, encounters, and exchange with diverse culture, it has proven that culture strengthens our connection. With diverse culture, it did not serve as a barrier of it did not serve as barrier. Rather, it served as a bridge for connection. Recognizing the importance of cultural exchange, intercultural collaboration, and unity among diversity. This proves that divided by culture and language, yet we are united by the vision of a brighter future to promote global citizenship. Students of different schools, different communities, and different countries is strengthened by unity and a shared vision of inclusivity, connection, global engagement that recognizes each unique culture as equal and shares the importance of promoting cultural relativity and diversity. I hope all of us is enlightened with this new perspective and promote these cultures in our own ways. Together, we will build a world united by cultures and, of course, delicious food, if I'm not mistaken, because everyone shared how delicious the food that their countries has visited. That would be all. Thank you so much and good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Manjares, for your thoughtful reflections. We now proceed to the presentation of certificates in recognition of the invaluable contribution of our distinguished speakers and presenters. The certificate reads Republic of the Philippines, Iloilo Science and Technology University, Burgos Street, La Paz, Iloilo City Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Mr. Fatih Gefari Arashid, Institute Pertanian Bogor University, Indonesia, for his invaluable contribution as presenter to the webinar hosted by Iloilo Science and Technology University during the ASEAN Month Celebration 2026 titled ASEAN+3 Language and Culture Program on August 6, 2026 via Zoom and Facebook Live, given in Iloilo City the 6th day of August 2026, signed Gabriel M. Salistra Jr., PEE, DIT, SUC President 3. The same certificate of appreciation is given to Ms. Thea Ann L. Mendoza of West Visayas State University. Also to Mr. Kim Frago Sabala from the Capiz State University Mambusao campus. The same certificate of appreciation is given to Dr. Ati Royani from Universitas Muria Kudus, Indonesia. The same certificate is also given to Mr. Jared S. Monteverde of Iloilo State University of Fisheries Science and Technology, Dinglet Campus. Also, same certificate is given to Dr. Tam Sakirin of the University of Putisastra, Cambodia. Same certificate of appreciation is also given to Mr. Alex Adrian Anan of Iloilo Science and Technology University. Same certificate is also given to Mr. Jaradlan Perez Garganera of University of Antique. Same certificate is also given to Miss Sophia Gwyneth Andres of Philomere Christian University. And lastly, to Mr. Carl Vincent Manjares of Iloilo Science and Technology University. We'd also like to give a certificate of appreciation to our partner universities who joined us this afternoon. The certificate reads Republic of the Philippines, Iloilo Science and Technology University, Burgos Street, La Paz, Iloilo City. Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Capiz State University for its active participation and institutional support to the webinar hosted by Iloilo Science and Technology University during the ASEAN Month Celebration 2026 titled ASEAN+3 Language and Culture Program on August 6, 2026 via Zoom and Facebook Live, given in Iloilo City the 6th day of August 2026, signed Gabriel M. Salistre Jr., PEE SUC President 3. The same certificate is also presented to Philomere Christian University, to Institute Pertanian Bogor University, Indonesia, to Iloilo State University of Fisheries, Science and Technology, to University of Antique, to Bina Insani University, Indonesia, to Universitas Muria Indonesia, to University of Potisastra, Cambodia, to West Visayas State University, to University of Abra, John B. Lacson Foundation Maritime University, to Northern Iloilo State University. Thank you very much, everyone. As we come to the conclusion of today's program, may I invite the overall chair of the ASEAN Month Celebration 2026 and the College of Global Business and Enterprise National and International Affairs Coordinator, Ms. Angeline E. Basco, for her closing remarks.
Thank you very much, distinguished university officials, led by our SUC President 3, Dr. Gabriel M. Salistre Jr., and our Vice President for External Affairs, Dr. Jennifer B. Badoles, Ms. Gisa J. Napone, Director of National and International Affairs, our esteemed partners, faculty, guests, and vibrant student delegates from participating local and international institutions, and as well as our officer in charge for today, Dr. Carmelo V. Ambut, our Vice President for Research and Extension. Good afternoon to everyone joining us both here on Zoom and via Facebook Live. As the overall chair of this year's ASEAN Month celebration, it brings me immense joy and pride to stand before you as we bring this ASEAN+3 language and culture program to a meaningful conclusion. Today's gathering has been a true testament to our theme, navigating our future together. Through the diverse presentations shared today, representing the rich traditions, languages, and perspectives, as well as experiences of the Philippines, Laos, Thailand, Indonesia, Taiwan, Cambodia, Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Japan. We were reminded that while our roots, dialects, and customs may differ, our shared aspirations for peace, mutual respect, and sustainable collaborations unite us closely. Language is more than just words. It is the bridge to empathy. Culture is more than heritage. It is the lens through which we understand one another. By opening these virtual doors and sharing our stories today, We have strengthened the bonds that connect ESET University with our partner institutions across Asia and beyond. To our wonderful presenters and student representatives, thank you for sharing your time, insights, and passion with us. You have shown us that cross cultural dialogue is not just an academic exercise, but a living, breathing commitment to unity. To the team behind the scenes, our host, Dr. Dessa Quinto, and every coordinator, educator, and participant who made this event a success, thank you for your dedication and support. As we officially wrap up today's program, let us carry the spirit of this celebration forward. May we continue to build bridges of understanding, honor our shared identity, and work hand in hand as we navigate the future together. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat. And may you all have a wonderful rest of ASEAN month. Mabuhay.
Thank you very much, Ms. Basco, for your inspiring closing message. Before we officially conclude, may I request everyone to open their device camera for a photo opportunity. Sir Kyle, how many panels do we have? We have 9 panels, so I suggest that you smile all throughout the time we're having a photo opportunity. Taking a photo for panel 1, smile. Taking a photo for panel 2, panel 3, panel 4, panel 5, panel 6, panel 7, panel 8, and panel 9. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Please be reminded that the evaluation form has now been posted in the Zoom chat box, and the QR code will be flashed on the screen in a little while. We kindly request everyone to accomplish the form before leaving today's webinar. And please remember that the certificate of participation will only be issued to participants who successfully complete and submit the evaluation form. Your feedback is highly valuable as it helps us improve future international programs and initiatives. On behalf of Iloilo Science and Technology University, the National and International Affairs Office, our partner institutions, presenters, guests, and organizing committee, thank you for joining us in celebrating the rich languages and cultures of the ASEAN community and its dialogue partner countries. May today's learning inspire greater intercultural understanding, stronger regional cooperation, and lasting international friendships. Maraming salamat. Thank you and have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.